Hey everybody, how's it going? Happy Monday! So good to see you guys. Welcome back to another Blueprint stream. We're going to be solving puzzles tonight, and it's going to feel damn good. Can I get an amen? There's a little bit of a delay there, but thank you, virtual chat. Hi, Sleepy. Hi, Bronny. Hi, TS. So good to see you guys. I hope you've been having a good day so far. I saw a lot of you guys on Saturday for some Breath of the Wild, which was a lot of fun, relaxing, good times in Hyrule. And then, of course, we're switching gears tonight to play our Monday game, which, as I mentioned, is Blueprints. I think most of you guys have seen Blueprints by this point, but if you haven't, this is an amazing little indie game that sort of came out of nowhere and seems to have taken the gaming world by storm here this year. The premise of Blueprints is that you're navigating a manor called Mount Holly. Your great uncle passed away, and in his will he said Mount Holly is yours if you can find the 46th room in the 45-room mansion. So there's obviously a mystery right there. How the heck are there 46 rooms in a 45-room mansion? Well, it gets even better. Every night this mansion actually reorganizes itself. This is a roguelike game, which means every day you start from the beginning and it's different. We've slowly been working our way towards that 46th room, but it's not as easy as you would think. And I've actually been taking notes the entire way. At this point, we have, just to tell you how sort of complicated this game is, let me tell you how many pages of handwritten notes I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 9 pages of handwritten notes. It's been a fantastic game. I've been absolutely loving it so far. It's hooking me. Last week, it feels like every week we sort of figure out a large mystery. And last week's big mystery was the outdoors. That's right. I actually touched grass last week. I know. Very exciting time for all of us. I had no idea you could explore outside the mansion. I felt a little dumb once I figured it out. It took us a while, but I figured out there was a whole outside. There's a whole grounds to explore around Mount Holly. So that was sort of our big discovery of last week. We spent a lot of time exploring outside. We found a lot of new rooms and, yeah, wrote down a lot more notes. One of the things I was super excited about figuring out last week, not only going outside, which was huge, but we also finally figured out the terminal password for the computers in the manor, which is so exciting. Apparently, we can't access emails until we get to the study, so that's one of the priorities for me today, is to draft the study so we can go there, log into the terminal, and read all the emails. Or I think it's the office, or whatever the name of the room is. But yeah, super excited. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight, is just working our way through Blueprints one day at a time. Bronny says, I've got my notebook ready after nearly giving up on my own playthrough. Well, hopefully we can put our heads together tonight and solve a few of those mysteries together. Because I think you mentioned last time that we're at roughly the same spot now. So that means hopefully if I can uncover some mysteries here tonight, you can take that into your own playthrough and maybe make some progress yourself. Sleepy says, I downloaded it, watched 2 streams, and realized this is taking the place of my playthrough. It's good. One thing that I really liked about the game is I really liked streaming it. Obviously, we've got an amazing community here. All of you guys are so great. We don't have any people who are rude or just try to backseat or whatever. And it's made for a great experience because I truly feel like we are actually putting our heads together and solving these puzzles together. So I feel like I'm having even more fun with Blueprints because I'm streaming it and I'm basically playing it with you guys. We've turned it into a multiplayer game of sorts, and that has been a lot of fun. And then for you guys who are playing Blueprints, hopefully, yeah, it sort of helps your gameplay to maybe see how I tackle some puzzles. Sia says, you're still my only exposure to this game, so anything I say is just a wild guess. I'm quite literally playing it with you, which is perfect. That's exactly what I wanted, right? So I'm so glad we can play it together, to be honest with you. I've got 15 pages of notes, but you solving those picture clues made at least 5 of my pages useless. I mean, that's better, isn't it? I'm cutting down on your notes. I'm helping you solve things. I think that's a positive, actually, that we're cutting down on notes. If anything, like, some of these things I've already solved. Like, some of the things I've written down in my notes are regarding puzzles that we've already solved. So if anything, I'm sure I could go through and sort of check things off or cross things out and, you know, make my notes a little smaller, if you will, because, like, we have figured out a lot of things, but just everything I've written down has taken up 9 pages. Sometimes research leads to dead ends. Exactly. I've been living my own Blueprints housing nightmare. The washer and dryer are acting up. I looked up replacement costs, tried to fix them myself, only to buy replacements after all. Oh no! I'm so sorry to hear that, Sleepy. Is there anything more frustrating than, like, something in your house or your appliances or something like that just acting up? And having to, you know, drop, I don't know, how much is a washer dryer set nowadays? I genuinely don't even know, but I'm sure it wasn't cheap. So there's nothing more frustrating than waking up thinking it's going to be a regular old day and finding out you need to drop a couple grand on a new washer and dryer. That's got to be extremely frustrating. So I'm sorry to hear that's been happening to you, but hopefully now you got some nice new machines, you'll be doing laundry better than ever. A good washer and a good dryer will run you $500 each at least, I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely. It's the only thing. We actually talked a little bit on Saturday about some of the woes I'm having with my housing right now. We rent, and unfortunately on our lease renewal, our rent is going up rather significantly, which I grumbled about over the weekend, but one positive, obviously, of renting is that, God forbid, if something did go wrong with the washer, the dryer, the dishwasher, whatever, you know, that's where you call up the landlord and say, hey, and they get you something new. So, as with everything in life, there's positives and negatives to any situation, but that's at least one positive that I have, because I need some positives to get me through this rent increase right now. God, so bad. I can't even think about it. It was $600 for the washer, and you were able to salvage the dryer. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yes, our appliances are included in the rent, thank God. Otherwise, it would be ridiculous, but anyway. Hope everybody enjoyed the rest of your weekend. I think a lot of you guys had a long weekend, right? I know the Americans had a long weekend. Our friends over in the UK had a long weekend. I'm not sure who else around the world had a long weekend, but if you did, I hope you enjoyed your day off today. Unfortunately, I was back to work today, but it wasn't a bad day. All things considered, you know, I can't complain too much. I'm just really happy to be here with you guys. This is my favorite part about Mondays. It's one of the reasons why I stream on Monday, actually, is because it's just something to look forward to on what is normally the worst day of the week. So it's like, yeah, Monday, but yeah, Monday, it's stream night. So it's always something to look forward to. After you get through Monday, I get to hang out with my friends and play video games. So, you know, that's good. That's good. But hey, you're getting married. No hidden costs there. Oh, absolutely not. Getting married is super cheap, Sleepy. It was the perfect year for our rent to go up. The same year we're getting married because, you know, we have so much money to throw around right now. But hey, I can't complain. We are extremely fortunate and blessed to be in the position that we are in, and, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I guess without further ado, let's load up Blueprints. Luckily, Blueprints isn't like a lot of the other games we've played over the years, or not over the years, over the last couple of months, in that it requires you to generate 1 million shaders before starting. If you guys remember Split Fiction, made me generate a whole lot of shaders, and then Avowed was notorious for making me generate shaders. So luckily, Blueprints is not like that. Hey, Blitz, what's going on? Thank you so much for that raid. I appreciate you. Oh, you were just playing Blueprints as well, a fellow princer. Hello, hello, welcome on in, everybody. My name is Tallara, and as you can see, we are just getting started with Blueprints here tonight. You guys arrived at the perfect time. Today is day 30 in Blueprints, and it is stream number 5, so we've made a decent bit of progress by now. Still working towards that 46th room. You just played Blueprints and your brain's all scrambled. Hey, that's a sign of a good session, Blitz. That's a sign of a good session. Thank you so much for bringing your crew over here. Everyone, go check out Blitz if you want to see some more Blueprints. Hi, Meerkat. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear about your internet. But welcome on in, everybody. Good to see you. So as I was saying earlier, the big discovery of last week was that we actually figured out you can go outside. I know, that sounds really, really basic. Tiff, how the hell did it take you 30 days to figure out you can go outside? Well, I knew you could go here, but I didn't realize that there's like a whole area over there. There's a whole area over there. So yeah, took me a little while. I was a little slow on the uptake, but that was our big discovery of last day. In particular, if you head over to the west side of the manor, there's a room over here. Wait till she figures out you can do this IRL too. Tiff discovers grass. Yeah, last week I literally touched grass for the first time, and it was a life-changing event. It was crazy. Thank you for the follow. And then over here, there's actually a room that you can generate, which is cool. So we have drafted a root cellar and drafted a hovel. We have not drafted a schoolhouse before. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know who or why they're building a one-room schoolhouse in this little, like, hobbit hill to the west of the mansion, but okay, what do we got inside? I love drafting new rooms. New rooms usually lead to new information, new opportunities. On this desk, we've got Herbie. Does that mean anything? Maybe not. Am I gonna write it down? Sure am. Herbie. I'm gonna have to lurk, but also take notes. Absolutely, Blitz. Go do whatever you gotta do after stream. I know after stream, I'm always so hungry, and the first thing I need to do is go eat. So you go take care of yourself. Thank you again for the raid. Enjoy your lurk. There's an outside? Tiff's official motto. It's entirely in character for you to disregard the outside, to be fair. Yeah, it just, I don't know. You spawn in, you're staring at a big mansion. The first thing I always wanted to do was run inside. It took me quite a while to stop and say, but what if I turned around and went back outside? You're officially halfway to another bean? Hooray. The last bean I had was on my birthday. Euro gave me a bean. And it was frickin' disgusting, so I hope your bean takes a very long time to build up. Now, we found another lever, which turns on another blue flame, which means we now have 3 out of 4. Do we know what happens when all those blue flames are lit? No, we don't, but I'm excited to find out. We're getting there. Okay. Nothing else on the desks. Nothing on the blackboard. Oh, I've got to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Kind of debated me at first. It felt like I was going to sneeze, and then and then my body was like, nope. And then I was like, gotcha. And then it hit me with the big one. Whew. Goodness me. Okay. What do we have here? Closing address. For the last 38 years, it has been my pleasure of serving as your schoolmaster in this humble little facility, and meager as it may look by modern standards, I think most of us who spent our afternoons here will readily admit that we are reluctant to see this small piece of Reddington history go. I first wish to thank Lady Epson, our most gracious host today, for not only paying attention in my classes those many years ago, but for all the fundraising she has done on behalf of our community and our children. Without her, Reddington Elementary would still be a distant and blurry vision, a vision that I dared not even dream. That dreamer is, of course, the incomparable Miss Peterson, our future principal and my reluctant successor, who I might add, forced me to give this speech, so I think I'll end my praise of her there, though she deserves much more, I'll admit. To the architect of our new school, the Baron Sinclair, thank you for following in your father's footsteps in building Reddington yet another school, and for also allowing the use of your own private residence and floor plans to serve as our interim facility until the new campus is completed in March. Okay, so that's why there's a school, randomly, in the manor. A decision I'm certain he will immediately regret tomorrow morning when he hears the children running through his halls. And lastly, I wish to thank all my students, many of you here today whom I have not seen in years, whose faces I still remember as young and manners wild. Those here whose parents before them I have also taught, and whose children I may yet. Without you, I would have had a lifetime of quiet peace, and yet what is all the peace in the world if you have no one to bestow demerits upon? Thank you all sincerely. My time here has meant the world to me, and if I'm still standing in 8 months, I will see you all at the slightly less melancholic ribbon-cutting ceremony next year. Better joke to end? Remember to give Mrs. Peterson her gift. Remember to give Mrs. Peterson her gift. Let's write that down. We don't know the name of the person who authored this letter, but the principal of Reddington Elementary. Just write that down. Oh no, the campus is also going to be shuffled. Imagine being late for class already and having to randomly go through the cafeteria, broom closet, restroom, and principal's office to get there. Sorry, I was late for English. The classroom spawned on the opposite side as usual would be a great excuse. Okay, and then what do we have here? Some books. I can't interact with those though. Can't open the desk drawers. Okay, so the only thing in here was to interact with was that note, that valve, and then there's also that name scratched into the desk, Herbie. Can I go to the bathroom? Can you find the bathroom is a better question. Good luck. Yeah, it would certainly be quite the interesting time to be a student when you live in an ever-shifting mansion. That's for sure. Hi, Teak. How are you? Hello. Hello. Okay. I just want to read. So, by drafting the schoolhouse, it adds 8 classrooms to today's draft pool. Interesting. So, we've never drafted a classroom before, obviously. But now that we have the schoolhouse, I guess inside the mansion, we can actually draft classrooms. And then we can get a little blurb about schoolhouse. Long before Reddington Elementary was opened, school convened in a single small building. As the student body grew over the years, the need for separate classrooms for each grade arose, and the Mount Holly Schoolhouse was officially closed down. Interesting. Student says, no, I mean, can I? Is there a bathroom in the building today? There's not, kid. Try again tomorrow. You're gonna have to hold it for today. Hey, Mid, how are you? Happy Monday. Welcome to Blueprints. That left drawer in there still feels sus to me. The one that's not in the table or in the desk, I know. It did feel a little sus, honestly. I was in the library. Then why are you wet? I fell in the swimming pool. I thought you were in the library. So is the swimming pool. Hey, Death, how are you? Happy Sunday. Look, if you had a school in an ever-changing mansion, there are clearly many perils you'd have to contend with. So, as you can see, here are the 4 flames that I was telling you about. We've got 3 of them lit. Hopefully we can find the 4th soon enough. You're doing good? Good. I'm glad to hear that, Death. I know you had today off, right? Today is, what is it, Memorial Day in the United States. All of my American friends got the day off. I hope you enjoyed it. Alright, I guess after all this time, we'll actually head into the manor now and take a look. I'm sure we'll probably draft a classroom or 2 today. Another thing that we accomplished last week was we increased our allowance. We now get to start out with 3 gold at the beginning of each run, which is kind of exciting. I'm stressing a bit. I'm 1 trophy away from the plat on Diablo 4, but it's to get a hardcore character to level 50. In hardcore, dead is dead. Oh, dang. So that's going to be a hard trophy for you to get, huh? Look, if it means anything, I believe in you. I think you can do this. Just take it slow and steady, that's all. Slow and steady, and you can win that race. Yeah, I had today off and tomorrow as well. I took 5 days to use some vacation time up. Hell yeah. Sounds like a good time to grind and get that last trophy, honestly. I've killed 6 characters already because of my hubris. Honestly, I laugh, but I would be the same way. I do not play hardcore in games for that very reason. My hubris gets the better of me sometimes, and God knows I would be extremely frustrated if my character perma-died, so... I can giggle and chuckle all I want here, but honestly, I understand. Ooh, okay. So, we've also figured out what to do with this. Do you see we found what appears to be a broken lever? If we can draft the greenhouse, that lever goes in the greenhouse and allows us to actually open a door to the antechamber. So that's really good to know. Let's see if we can draft a greenhouse today, now that we have the lever and we know what to do with it. You've got a lot of time in blueprints, Mid. I've got, I think it's 15 hours so far, so not as much as some people for sure, but I am loving every second I spend in this game. Okay, so let's do our logic puzzle. The statements on the other 2 boxes are true. The gems are not in this box. The gems are in the black box. Well, if that can't be right, though, because if these 2 are true, then that means this one is false. So this one cannot be true. So this one has to be false, which means one of these is also false. You just finished everything in the regular game a few days ago. 104 hours played. Hell yeah, talk about getting your money's worth out of an indie title, right? That's crazy, over 100 hours of gameplay. I love it. You're at 145 hours. Wow, guys. Clearly, we're going to be streaming Blueprints forever by the sounds of this. And honestly, I don't even hate it, because I love streaming Blueprints, so it's okay. Okay, kids, good and bad news today. I passed through the cafeteria on my way to class, so we won't need to have packed lunch in class today. Unfortunately, though, the lunch they're serving is spinach soup. Ew, spinach soup. That's gross. Okay. So this one, let's try to narrow things down. Yeah, if this one is true, then that means that all 3 are true. So this one cannot be true. So this one is false. The gems are in the black box. I mean, maybe. Snacks and tea! Snacks and tea! Thank you! Very hot? Okay. If anything's gonna get the brain moving, it's snacks and tea. The gems are not in this box. I mean, maybe? Gems are in the black box. I don't know how to narrow this down. Well, we know for sure that both of these are not true. Well, I guess they could be. This one has to be false. Everyone says hi, Alana.
Sorry, I'm in the background.
What are you doing down there? I don't think they can see you. I think my chair's blocking you.
Oh, just paperwork. I have the week off, so I'm puttering around our home doing things.
Puttering around our home doing things while I sit here and play video games. Partnership, am I right? Thank you for the snacks.
Snacks and tea had something to do with the puzzle.
Hi, Euro. I mean, maybe that will be how we ultimately solve all the puzzles and blueprints with snacks and tea, but they are outside the game. She has a whole week off to rearrange her 1 box. That's correct. She's really gonna put some work in it. Yeah, I mean, these could be true, but the issue is, if these are true, if both of those are true, then that makes this one true, and all 3 boxes can't be true. which means this one has to be false. Because then... And then because this one's false, one of these has to be false as well to make the statement false. Oh, Tiff, how far have you made it into Expedition 33? So I beat Expedition 33 on Saturday night. I stayed up till 2 a.m. and played the whole thing. It is incredible. I've talked about it before. If you guys haven't checked out Expedition 33 yet, it is an incredible game. It's just in every aspect. Visuals, story, music, gameplay. It's like, it's one of the very rare games where I have no notes. It's fantastic. So yeah, I've beaten the game. I've got about 45 hours into the game, but I'm trying to get the platinum trophy now. So I'm grinding through all the endgame areas and endgame bosses and all that stuff. So it is a ton of fun. You were up till 2 a.m. on Saturday as well playing. Let's go. I love that. You have a wild thought for this one? Let's hear it, Mid, because I'm a little stumped. Also, I'm eating corn pops, so I really apologize if they're crunchy. Yeah, see, the issue I'm having is I don't know how to tell which of these two are true or false. Crunch. You guys think it is in the black box. Blue and white are true. Gems are not in white, gems are in black. I think the blue box makes them all true, and then the white box makes them all false. You know, I am so down to trust your guys' gut. Let's see if it's in the black box. Oh! It wasn't. Honestly, it was a good guess. We had two of you guys say black box. I was down to believe you. I see, one thing I wish they would show you what the right answer was afterwards, because I really don't know here. So this one was false. Maybe this one was true and then they were in the blue box. You think they were in blue? Well, that's okay. We gotta warm up our brains, right? That was the first logic puzzle of the night. We can't expect us to just come in here and be ready to go. We're warming up. I just got my tea. I just got my snacks. It's all right. How are you doing today, Euro? I hope you enjoyed your day off. I know Euro has just started Expedition 33 as well, so there's a couple of us playing it right now. Fantastic game. I just woke up. I overestimated my morning brain. No worries, my friend. No worries. All right, from here, let's go hallway. And then, ooh, definitely den. I like den for a couple of reasons. A, gives me a gem, which is fantastic. And then B, it has a whole bunch of different ways that we can build off of. Closet, guest bedroom, nook. I think I'm gonna go closet and see what items we can get. Ooh, a gem and a dice. I'll take that. It's not bad. You're better at the billiard puzzle? Yeah, I actually really enjoy the billiard puzzle. I think it's kind of fun, which is maybe a nerdy thing for me to say. But I do. Yes, I just started it yesterday. I'm still in Act 1, but I've been enjoying it. Good. My only sort of recommendation for you is just do your best to avoid spoilers, because I think you'll enjoy it even more that way. So everyone, do not spoil Euro or I will punch you in the face. Okay? Okay. DS says, the PTSD room. Yes, this was something else that we figured out last Monday. There was a secret safe in the drawing room over in the corner right there. And the solution to solving that safe, to be quite frank with you, I thought was really dumb. It didn't really make sense. I thought it was dumb. We actually had to look it up, and I didn't feel bad about it. You know, sometimes you look something up and you're like, oh, I could have figured that out. This was not one of those cases. I looked it up and I was like, I could have never figured that out. I don't feel bad about it. So unfortunately, the drawing room puzzle kind of sucked, but it's okay. Not every puzzle can be a banger. Now, the question here is, do we want dining room or do we want conference room? So dining room's ability is each day a meal is served in the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. So if we build up far enough. And then the conference room, you basically need another room to activate it, but it's whenever items would be spread throughout the house, they are placed in this room instead. I mean, I already said earlier that one of the goals for this run is to get the office or the study, which is where I'm pretty sure you get the payroll sent out. Alana's currently crawling out of the room, by the way, if you couldn't see her. She just, like, straight up Navy SEAL crawled out of the room as to not disturb us, so... You are not disruptive, but I had to disrupt the stream to tell you how impressive that was. All right, everyone's saying conference room. All right, conference room it is. Oh, man. See, Solid Snake Alana was just in the room, actually. That was hilarious. She was in and out. We couldn't even see her. Okay, I'm also then going to do nursery. Let's get a lot of these sort of early room synergies going if we can. And then in the nursery, we also get a key. Hooray! Was there a red letter on the conference table? Yeah, well, it's not a letter. It's a safe code 9083, but that's actually false. We had found a note previously that said anything printed on red paper is false. Okay, up next, we've got chapel, guest bedroom, commissary. I could go commissary. See if there's any good items for sale. They are selling a salt shaker, a shovel, a sleeping mask, and a metal detector. We can't afford any of them right now, but we can come back. Oh, and we're blocked with the security door. Damn it. Okay. Wait, oh my god, I'm completely blocked off? Wow, I did not realize that I had nowhere else to go. Well, that's annoying. I really thought I had other options. Well, damn. I didn't even get to draft a classroom. Huh. Well, that sucks. That's the beauty of blueprints for you right there. You're doing a lot of setup for later game, and before you know it, we've literally painted ourselves into a corner. All right, well, that's it for today. At least we found one new room today, the schoolhouse, lit a new fire. We'll take it. On to the next day. The beauty of the roguelike. It's never over until it's over. So now that I know that grass exists, the very first thing I do every day is run outside, which is crazy, I know. Who am I? So let's go see what we can draft over here today. We've got, have we had all? No, I haven't drafted the tomb yet. That's new. We've drafted shrine, we've drafted shelter, we haven't drafted tomb. So the special ability of the tomb, it says each time you draft a dead end in your house, you spread 5 coins to the tomb. So that's cool. As long as knowledge is gained, it's a good run in blueprints. Exactly. That's how I try to look at it too. It's the beauty and curse of the roguelike. You can never get a consistent run. Okay, this is spooky as all hell. All right, we've got I don't know who's keeping the torches lit down here. That looks like a hidden door if I've ever seen one. Can we light these candles? Maybe, if I get a lighter or something. The place is falling apart. Occupational health and safety definitely wouldn't like the tomb. Okay. This place is freaking huge. Ooh, what'd that do? Okay, that does something. Money! Each of our journeys come to a conclusion here in the tomb. This floor plan is the definitive dead end, or is it? Dun dun dun. I feel like it isn't. If I can solve whatever this puzzle is. Oh, this has definitely got something to do with it. All these little tea lights? Okay, for right now I just need to keep... and I guess we don't put them all down either. It's gotta be a certain one. Let's just run around. I just need to see the whole layout of the place first. Because there's a lot here to take in. That's a secret door if I've ever seen one. Oh yeah, no, this is not a dead end. This place... This place has got a lot going on. Okay, there's like a million statues and each of them are holding different things. Ooh, there's one tomb that's well maintained. Open only in the event of my death. Simon. So here's where it all ends, at least for me. Oh my god, is this a letter written to me by great uncle? Simon, so here's where it all ends, at least for me. And of all the picturesque places of this grand estate, I chose this dreary, dank dungeon to be laid to rest. And that same dim, somber fate fell upon my father and his father before him, who loved the outdoors even more than myself. They say there is no stronger bond of servitude than tradition, and family tradition, thrice as strong. These are chains that seldom bend and never break. And I do wonder what plans and prospects of yours will be sacrificed upon the family font of convention. What biography of your own will you forsake to add another page to your father's memories, or your mother's, or mine? In our youth, we are gifted with dreams and ambitions. At our death, we are left with realities and regrets. I think there is no greater sin than to perpetuate tradition that stagnates growth, that strangles purpose, that suffocates dreams. What point is there to live another's life at the sake of our own? That's powerful. I like that paragraph right there. Oh, how I wish to have been buried underneath the great oak, overlooking the plains, the wondrous woods, and the worldly mountains, and the wild holly that surrounds the trunk, a perpetual token of sympathy laid across my grave. What dreadful tradition is it that dumped me in this sunless hollow? And if by morbid example this dark crypt makes any impression whatsoever on you, if reading this letter within these damp halls plants in you a seed of hope, if these words might grant you strength to bend if not break these chains, then would I cherish this tomb more than oak and sycamore and spruce, more than the wondrous woods and worldly mountains. This cold stone room would become the most cherished place in all our domain. I would have you raise a shrine upon this spot to commemorate the moment of your liberty, to treat this sepulture as hallowed ground, to realize that grand gestures can be as effective as they are theatric. Grunkle Herbert sounds like a pretty cool guy, yeah. That was a really nice letter. I actually really liked that. And now I might be wrong. This might be a puzzle or something, but it seems to me that it's not. It's more story related. It's simply my uncle lamenting, writing down his last regrets and hoping for better for me, which is kind of kind. So I guess this is where he has been laid to rest. Some beautiful flowers here for him. He's not completely in a cold, dank tomb. There's light and flowers in here, Grunkle. It's not too bad. Hi, MK. Alright, so now we gotta figure out these statues. They've been here recently, too, since the flowers are fresh. Yeah, absolutely. Someone is coming to check on Grunkle. Now, I'm wondering if these candles are sort of the layout. Like, is there 4 rows in here? There's 1, 2. I mean, I guess it counts what's a row. I mean, there kinda is. The place isn't, completely square, though, which is the issue. Like, down here is not super accounted for. But it does seem like there's kind of 4 rows. And then I feel like these candles must be a hint, too. So, like, the last one on the first row is lit. If there was a statue down here, I would have thought that was what I was supposed to activate. Maybe it means that. Let's see. And then there's second row sort of like halfway up. Maybe it's that one. So maybe this one is not supposed to be pushed down. And then third row sort of towards the bottom. Probably like here. And then there were no more. So maybe if everything else is put up. No, I don't think that did anything. Wait a minute. We've seen these statues before. Are these the statues in the chapel on the stained glass? I think they might be. Do we maybe have to see what position they're in the chapel? They seem so familiar. Let's go see if we can draft the chapel. Normally I hate drafting the chapel. The chapel is the worst room in the house. But today I think I want the chapel. Today I think I found God. Today is my religious baptism. Let's see if we can get that chapel. I guess we'll go kennel. See our puppos early. I think it's the very first time we've ever drafted a kennel so early. Hi, puppos. I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh, I can pet 2 puppos today. Awesome. Okay, we need a shovel for sure. Those rare instances where you need a red room. Yeah, normally that is the last thing I want. All right, let's try this logic puzzle again. Let's see if we've got better luck this time around. Hey, Malice, I know I love the puppos. The gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter U. Okay, well, this box has a letter U. The blue box is true. The gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter B. So both of these could be true. Both of these could be true. This one could be false and the gems are in there. Yeah, I think that's it. No! Interesting. I felt really confident about that. Yeah, white had both B and U, so I figured that was it, but alas, it was not. I'm 0 for 2 on the logic puzzles here today, folks. Normally, I feel like I'm pretty good at them, but not today. Alright, well that's okay. We just keep moving. Still warming up those brains, I guess. By those brains, I mean my brain. Let's go storeroom. Still need that chapel, guys. Come on. I normally do not want it. Wherefore art thou, O room of our Lord? I mean, at least we got early game puppos, so some things are working out. Courtyard, library, pantry. I'm gonna go courtyard to give us more ways to go. Ooh! Good thing we did, because look what we got. We got a shovel. And the shovel has great synergy with the kennel. Because remember, the kennel, each time you dig in a room, unlock all doors in that room. So that's actually come in handy in previous runs. We've come up against doors that were locked, and I've dug and managed to open the doors. It's such a interesting mechanic that you can often forget about. What's also good, of course, is that by digging, you get lots of treasures. Going to the chapel and we're gonna solve a puzzle. Ooh, office. This was one of the rooms that I wanted today, but of course, I don't have enough gems to draft it. Womp, womp, womp. Or wait, was it the study? No, it was the office that I needed. It was the office. Well, we'll draft the study. It's just the luck of this game. That annoying room you never want that's always there is now the room you want to find and it's not there. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Just our luck. At least we got 2 gems in here, so I'll be ready to go for the office next time. But yes, when we go back to the tomb, which is hopefully after we get the chapel, there is some digging to be done down there. That's right. Now that we've got a shovel, we've also got a ton of money if there's anywhere to spend it. Chapel! There it is. Okay. Alright. Are these... yes. Yeah. Oh, these are totally it, right? Oh, do you see what it is? There's numbers underneath them. There's a certain order. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think this is it. Okay, so number 1 is, the hoe. Number 2 is the, spatula. Maybe I should write in brackets what they are. Hoe, farmer, spatula, cook. 3 is the pitchfork, also a farmer, so that doesn't help me. Or maybe it's like a rancher. Pitchfork. Rancher. 4. 4 is the, the fuck is that? Feather duster? Duster. But what? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter what the name of the person is. A maid? No, maids don't dress like that. A chimney sweep. Oh. I would never have known that. Today I learned. Okay. 4, chimney sweep. 5, oh, that's the maid. Broom. Tiff acting like she's never seen Mary Poppins. I have never seen Mary Poppins. So I am acting appropriately, I guess. 6 is the whip by the rider. Sorry, did I just scandalize chat? I've never seen Mary Poppins. Sorry. Next movie night. 7 is the scepter by the bad bitch. I mean, paladin? You've never seen it either? Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one here. Because everyone else is absolutely scandalized. Okay, so... I think... I had to join for the rule of threes. I think if we go back to the tomb now, and we activate the statues in that order, I hope. I need to double check, but I'm pretty sure those are the statues. Is what we saw in the painted glass. It's okay, not everyone had a loving family. Wow, okay. Thanks for being so savage. I thought my family loved me, but apparently not enough to show me or force me to watch Mary Poppins. Alright. Let's see. Oh yeah, no, these are definitely it. Okay, so first of all, we need to reset them all, I guess, so we can do this puzzle. I cannot oh yes, I can. Never mind. Never mind, never mind, never mind. False alarm. Okay. I think they're all pointing up now. So number 1 is the hoe. Hoe. Number 2 is the spatula. Number 3 is the pitchfork. Number 4 is the duster. Number 5 is the broom. Number 6 is the whip. Number 7 is the scepter. Something's happening. Secret room! Secret room! Secret room! Oh my god, I'm so excited. Yay, we did it! There is no better feeling in this entire world than solving a puzzle. Am I right? Am I right? Oh, that is awesome. Okay, we solved it. Also, there is so much money down here waiting for us. We're gonna be filthy, stinking rich. Okay, before we go, I do need to dig up this little patch. Nothing of interest was buried here. Well, it was worth a shot. You saw someone solve this puzzle on accident? No way. What are the chances of that? I'm just so glad we finally figured out the secret of the chapel, too. I figured there had to have been something down there. Catacombs. Underground. Spooky! Oh, damn, this is turning into a horror game. Okay, why are there skulls outside of the tomb? I see the big arrow, but oh. That is spooky as all hell! What the hell's going on here? Holy shit! Underground map? There's an underground to this manor? This place is big enough just on the surface. This is crazy. Okay. Taking a picture. It's part of a map. There's clearly other parts. Death says, well, this fits my aesthetic. Not everyone has money for a casket. Sometimes you just gotta take the shelf. Touché. Oh man, okay, this is crazy. Just when I think, I'm like, okay, I think I've got like the basic premise of this game figured out. They're like, yeah, no, LOL, there's an entire underground area, have fun. It's like, huh? Am I ever gonna beat this game? Probably not. We'll be playing... There's a mine? There's a whole ass mine down here. What? Okay, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. What the hell did Gunkel have going on that he had enough money to build this fortress? Did Gunkel make it big on Bitcoin or what? This is insane. Okay, so clearly we need to rotate that. We found Batman. Gunkel was Batman. Oh, it all checks out now. Yes. Gunkel by day, Batman by night. I like that theory too. Okay. Unfortunately, can't get back there now, but hopefully that clears up something. This is insane. Oh, more of the map. Okay. Ooh, and there's some sort of phrase at the top. Foundation elevator, concealed entrance, cliffside exit, minecart, fountain entrance, tomb entrance, torch chamber, rotating gear to north lever. So there's one more piece of this map we need to find. We also got an upgrade disc! Hell yeah! Insert into one of the estate terminals to permanently upgrade one of your floor plans. And then we've got this, which obviously looks extremely mysterious. You think it says angel points to dreams? I mean, that kind of checks out. Let's keep that in mind. Oh, right. I forgot the game takes place in the 90s, so it wasn't crypto. What would it be in the 90s that you would invest in and get rich quick? Like home shopping channels? This is crazy! So there's a whole reservoir with a boat. I can't believe how big this area is. Beanie Babies, yes. Yes, Euro, that's what Grunkel made his fortune off of. Beanie Babies. That's canon now. Grunkel was Batman and he made his fortune off of Beanie Babies. Okay, so I guess we need to drain the water out of here somewhere. I need to take a look at that map again. We need the other piece. Yes, reservoir, excavation tunnel. Yeah, so we're on this bottom part of the map now. And there's stairs that lead even further down. I think we need to drain the water out of here. Do I need the pump room back up into the house? Because if so, this is the amount of synergies you need at this point is kind of crazy. We needed the chapel to solve the puzzle to get down here. Then I don't know what to do with this. Yeah, and then there's an area back here behind the minecart that we can't get to. Because we've got to find some way to rotate this. Wait, isn't there... I bet the secret door down below the foundation somehow connects to this place. Yeah, I mean, there's got to be a lot of connections, because on this little map that we picked up, the key says concealed entrance, cliffside exit, fountain entrance, tomb entrance, and to north lever. So there's a lot of different entrances, I think, that connect. But the thing is, I think we need to rotate this before we can get them. I don't think there's anything we can access right now. I think we have to go back up. There are several ways into the underground. It's fun to see which one people find first. Okay. Okay, interesting, yeah. I think it feels to me like I'm gonna need to go back up into the house and either get like the pump room or something to drain the water out down there. Okay, so there are some numbers in this one, which should line up. So number 7 is torch chamber. That's the one we saw with the dais and all the torches around that I didn't know what it was. Number 2, which I think is the area up behind that minecart, is called concealed entrance. And then number 3, which is in the bottom right, where all the water was, is cliffside exit. But yeah, if we can drain the water, I think we'll be able to get down here better. The issue is, if I've only unlocked the this entrance, though, is that the only way we can get down there is if I draft the tomb, you know? I was hoping that I would uncover one of those other secret entrances so we could get down here easier in the future. So yeah, this is gonna be tough because I've already burned a lot of my steps too, just exploring. Hey Idaho, how are you? Happy Monday. Welcome to Blueprints, but yeah, you must be able to drain like all of this. Just gotta keep exploring. Yeah, I guess so. Okay. I can't even remember what we had drafted up here now. It's been so long. Right, okay. Priority number 1 is to use that upgrade disc. Yes, absolutely. We need to draft a room with a computer. Let's go to the commissary because I've got a ton of money. Let's see what we can buy. Running shoes, sleeping mask, sledgehammer, magnifying glass. I definitely want magnifying glass. I definitely want running shoes. May as well get the sleeping mask too. I hope when I drain the fountain there's a mountain of all the money I've thrown in it. That would be nice, wouldn't it? That would be nice. Let's go Nook. Then we can go Den. Idaho says I'm 1/4 of a way to a bean. So many people have announced their bean progress tonight. Meerkat told me he's halfway there. Idaho tells me he's 1/4 of the way there. Good to know, guys. Good to know. All right, the laboratory's got a computer, so let's insert our disk. Euro says I never announce mine. No, Euro just waits for my birthday and surprises me all at once. All right, time to upgrade a floor plan. We love permanent upgrades in a roguelike. We're gonna upgrade the boudoir today. You'll now have the chance to permanently enhance this room to one of 3 different upgraded floor plans. We've got boudoir plus 1 gem, boudoir plus 2 dice, or boudoir plus 3 apples. I think I'm gonna go either gem or dice. What do you guys think? Meerkat says we should allow group funding of beans. Start crowdfunding a bean boozle. Gems always seem to be in short supply. That was my thought. Gems seem to be the most valuable currency in the game, especially as you're trying to progress and get towards endgame content. A lot of the important rooms are locked behind gems. So yeah, let's go boudoir gems. There we go. All right. So we still need power piped in here from the boiler room. We solved the puzzle. We know which switches to flip. But I haven't been able to pipe additional power in here yet from the boiler room, so that's still on the to-do list. One thing we can do is log into the network on this terminal, which I don't believe we've done. I only recently uncovered the network password. It's Swan Song. I think I spelled it wrong, didn't I? Oops. SWANSWANONG. Swan. No. Why can't I spell? Swan Song. There. Jesus. Password accepted. Alright, staff services. Punch in or out. Service has been temporarily disabled. Staff announcements. Oh yeah, right, I remember. The staff put this little message there. Thank you, friends and faithful service. Tiff, are you sure you have a degree? No offense. I've got 2, believe it or not. Don't tell them. I might have to give them back. Okay. There's nothing under staff services. What's data transfers? Data transfers from Cinca are not currently available. Remote terminal access. None of the other terminals are on right now. We can only get mail from the office, which is why I said we've got to prioritize getting the office tonight. And then that's it. So we couldn't really do anything from this terminal. Unfortunately. Doesn't look like there's anything else in here. So I guess we'll just keep moving. Mid says, sorry, excuse me. Mid says, I think it's fun to see how people figure out the terminal password since there's more than one way to find it. The way we found it is I had the magnifying glass and I used the magnifying glass on the wall of the security room where the password was written but scratched out. With the magnifying glass, you were able to zoom in close enough that you were able to read what it said, and that was ultimately how I found the terminal password. Hey, the one thing we didn't buy at the commissary today is Sledgehammer. That works out. Now, can we combine any of these items? Doesn't look like it. I've only been able to make one combination. We figured out that you can use the shovel and the metal detector to combine. I haven't been able to combine any other items. Magnifying glass, peak 90s tech. Speaking of the garage, there it is, but we're not going to get it because I do not want a dead end. We're going West Wing Hall. Yeah, apparently the password was also written on the license plate of the car, which, yeah, TS noticed, and I did write down in my book, but I don't know. I don't know that I ever would have put 2 and 2 together that the license plate was the network terminal passwords. That was, you know, obviously a jump that you had to make. Now, we got the office, but guess what? I don't have any gems. Guess we'll just go guest bedroom. Pick up a compass in here. Do you think the compass can be combined with anything? Let's see. Compass plus. Ooh, compass plus shovel gives us a dowsing rod. That's new. We've never made that before. While drafting, dowsing rod points towards rooms that may contain more items today than usual. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, So it's saying the bedroom has more items than usual today. Sure, why not? To the bedroom it is. Oh yeah, it's got more items because it's got a whole ass chest. Which I've got a sledgehammer so we can open. Wow, nice. Don't mind if I do. And then apparently there's items in the secret passage. I don't know if I want the secret passage though. I think I'd rather the dark room. Yeah. Wasn't there a oh, wow, good eyes, TS. Yes, there was another gem there as well, the dowsing rod. It's killing it. Now, that's locked, unfortunately. And we're not going to be able to see what we can draft here. So maybe this wasn't the best choice after all. I guess we'll just follow the dowsing rod. The dowsing rod is telling me to go here, so here I shall go. Nice, it wasn't a dead end. Thank you, dowsing rod. Got our gem. Ooh, we've never been in the music room before. That is new. That is new. Hey, Power! Power redeemed a D20 fortune and asks a fantastic question. Will the Elden Ring movie they announced have the awful hands in it? AKA, will Tiff see the Elden Ring movie or not? Let's find out, shall we? With the power of the D20, we shall predict the future. That's right, here is our D20. Let's see what it's got. Will the Elden Ring movie they announced have the awful hands in it? Tell us, D20. So the hands in Elden Ring, sorry, I'm interpreting the dice. I'm, you know, it's similar to interpreting tarot cards. You must think about what it's trying to tell you. The hands in Elden Ring, if I am correct, have more than a natural number of fingers. I'm not going to Google it because the very last thing I ever want to see on this earth is a picture of the hands from Elden Ring. I believe, though, they have 6 fingers. Could someone please correct me if I'm wrong? I believe each hand in Elden Ring has 6 fingers. So what I can say, or what the D20 has told me, that we will not have 6-fingered hands in this movie. In fact, we're not even going to have 5-fingered hands in this movie. 4-fingered hands, though, they will be present. There will be a smattering of 4-finger hands in this movie, which means it is NSFT, not safe for Tiff. So you guys can go see it. You can let me know how it is. However, too many fingers for this girl. I will not be seeing the Elden Ring movie. The dice have spoken. I remember the hands looking very gross, so probably 6 fingers. They're actually called finger creepers, really. Today I learned. For anyone who's wondering, why would the Power Hour request such a random D20? I mean, you can ask whatever you want. The D20 will answer, so it can be as random as you want, but in this particular instance, there's actually a reason that my good friend Mark came in here asking that question. If you guys didn't see my Elden Ring playthrough, those hands, apparently they're called finger creepers, today I learned, are the most disgusting, terrifying things I've ever seen in my entire life. I actually had to reach out to a modder and ask him to make me a personalized mod that erased the fingers, the hands from Elden Ring, because I physically could not keep playing the game with them in there. I would lie in bed at night, close my eyes, and all I could see were those hands. Nothing in a video game has ever scarred me as much as those fucking hands, okay? So Honestly, it's a great question because I loved Elden Ring. I thought Elden Ring was fantastic. I would be interested in an Elden Ring movie. However, if the D20 is to be believed, I cannot see said movie. Every hand is different. They can have up to 11 fingers. You see why I was having nightmares about these things? Hands should not have 11 fingers. That is 6 fingers too many. The entire area, what's it called? Like the area of the giants? It was like towards the end game area, and it had giant hands, like mountain-sized hands. Someone literally told me the path to go. I essentially put on blinders and just ran from point A to point B. We did not explore that area. I did not look around that area. I ran from the beginning of the area to the end of the area, trying not to look at any of the hands. That's how bad it was. But anywho. That's a story for another day. Euro says, interpreting in this case, as with tarot cards, means making shit up? No. That was real information. I say as I eat my corn pops. Oh, Power. I'm sending you all the hugs, by the way. And the hugs have a normal number of arms and fingers, okay? These are nice hugs. These are not... What are they called? Finger creeper hugs. I'm here for you, my friend, and I wish you all the best. I told you this before, but seriously, if you ever want to talk, just send me a DM. I'm always around. Well, and that's the thing, too, is I had to explain these fingers to Alana. She was like, what's wrong? I was like, when I close my eyes, all I can see is demon hands. And she was like, huh? So it took a little bit explaining. A little bit of explaining as well to tell her what the hell was going on. But the long and short of it is, I did not realize I had a fear of hands with too many fingers until Elden Ring. So thanks, Elden Ring, for helping me learn more about myself, I guess. I don't know. Anywho, back to Blueprints. We just drafted a room that I have never unlocked before. This is a brand new room. This is called the music room. Right away, we've got some loot inside. Ooh, we got keys. I like to read the room description of any new rooms that we unlock. So let's check that out. Music room, a small recital hall providing an ideal setup for musical performers and accompanists. It's not uncommon for at least a few recitals and performances to be held in this intimate setting each year. So, we have found a couple of pieces of sheet music throughout our exploration so far, and I've taken pictures of them. I don't know if maybe we can, like, do something with them in this room, but we'll find out soon enough. It's maybe significant that some chairs are a different color and one chair is missing. Oh, what is this? The key to the secret garden! Yo, yes, okay, now we need to get to the secret garden today. And here's the rest of the sheet music. Okay. Okay. So what I had sort of interpreted from the sheet music... I have a note here somewhere. I thought I had a note here somewhere. Okay, I don't think I wrote it down, but I remember analyzing the sheet music, and I thought that I sort of figured out the trick to it. Thank you for the hydration, Ronnie. But here's what we'll do. We've got sheets 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And then on my handy dandy communication device, I have photos of 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we can get the full song. So let's just read the sheets in order with their words. Hi, Muff. And then I'm pretty sure sheet number 8 gave us the clue of what we're supposed to do here. But let's just read them through first, I guess. Find here within these first words sung the key you seek in major tongue. but half the sheets are missing from the four you hold, the rest far flung. A half note held is quite the pun. I guess? Okay, but I found the other four sheets, so that's good. Among this scattered symphony, a message hidden beneath the keys, in bold words sung by you and me, a fractured note, an urgent plea, in bold words sung, I do repeat. The ones of you who oft assume that you alone can solve this tune are likely going to get your due and all the rage that will ensue while working on this simple clue. White pages, excuse me, white pages lined with melodies do hide the words we've come to seek, and from our choice among all these, we write down one that seems to be the loudest type with ink that bleeds. Okay. Red? Muff, are you just going to come stand in front of the screen? That's not really going to work for me, sweetheart. Come over here. Now, let's see what the other pages say. So number 5. Trees found inside will never shade the gems that shine in night and rain. The clue you hold cannot be paid with gems nor coins, so toss away these sheets you find, a worthy trade. Then 6. Under these stars the dance is held, and to the floor we are compelled. The gowns glide on and music swells, and at the end the clock strikes 12. What that means only time can tell. And then number 7. 2 remain for one last dance, and spin again around clock hands, and as they turn a second chance to rise above the falling sands, the true time lost in past romance. And then number 8 says this. Stones cut by hand and letters wrought do spell our secrets carved from thought. A message read is often lost among the bold words spoken soft. The note is read, the letter is not. So I took that to mean under the bold, so you can see each page has a bold word and it has a note, a music note. Now, unfortunately, I do not read music, so that might be the difficult thing, but I was also wondering if perhaps it means like the note is indicating a letter. So like, for example, here it's the bold word first, the note is kind of pointing to F, was kind of my thought, and then like words, it's pointing to, well, see, it's not really pointing to anything. Yes, mother, a passable recital. Now, to a more pressing matter at hand, I require pets and scratches. Hi, sweetie. Yeah. The key you seek in major tongue. I have something written down about that. Major or minor notes. There are not 12 major keys I have written down. Does anyone here have like a music background? Half the sheets are missing. They're not. I've got them. The 4 you hold. Yeah. Okay. So. Among the scattered symphony, a message hidden beneath the keys, in bold words sung by you and me, a fractured note, an urgent plea, in bold words sung, I do repeat. The ones of you who oft assume that you alone can solve this tune are likely going to get your due and all the rage that will ensue. While working on this simple clue, white pages lined with melodies do hide the words we've come to speak, to seek. And from our choice among all these, we write down one that seems to be the loudest type with ink that bleeds. You read music? Okay, so are you able to tell me, like, what this note is? The note that's under, or above, I guess, the bold word? Muffin, what are you doing? Do you happen to know what this note right here is that I'm circling with my mouse? I think I do better trying to guess Finnish than trying to remember what they taught us about music in the early 90s. And I mean, maybe that's not what you need to do, but it seems like it because, again, if I just keep reading, like on page 8, it says a message read is often lost. Among the bold words spoken soft, the note is read, the letter is not. Do you know what this note right here is, Meerkat, above this bolded word first? You think it's B? That could work. B? You think it's C? So if that's C, I'm just wondering if okay, so if that's C, Meerkat, I'm gonna need you to to look at a couple more here. If that's C, do you know what this one is right here? This one single one above the bolded word words? I don't know what clef I'm referring to. That's F? Okay. That's not gonna spell a word. What do the other things say? Under these stars, the dance is held into the floor. We are compelled. The gowns glide on, the music swells, and at the end the clock strikes 12. What that means, only time can tell. 2 remain for one last dance, a spin again around clock hands, and as they turned, a second chance to rise above the falling sands, the true time lost in past romance. I don't know. Yeah, like this is a message read is often lost. Among the bold words spoken soft, the note is read, the letter is not. The note is read, the letter is not. Find here within these first words sung the key you seek in major tongue. Can you just say the bold words? It's first words on... Oh, that's what it is! That's what it is! That's what it is! First words on the... There's a secret message! Yes, Meerkat. First words on the... First words on the sheets are true message. First words on the sheets. Okay. Hi, Kirky! You arrived just in time. I'm having a brain blast right now. I think we figured out a major puzzle. So it's find a... Or I don't know if it's find or among. Find a... No, it must be among. Find among the white trees under 2 stones. Find among the white trees under 2 stones. Uh-huh. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, just in case, I'm gonna take pictures of these pages too. So now we've got all the pages. Find among the white trees under 2 stones. Let's try to find some trees, I guess. Before we go, though, make sure we take a look. Denoted in verse. Denoted in verse. Is that a music note, or is that just made up? That feels like it's made up, but... Okay. My gut was right. Meerkat says that is not a normal treble clef. It has extra markings. Okay, so maybe it's just supposed to be like some kind of sort of artistic thing. Did the apple orchard have white trees? I feel like I need to go check now. Or maybe we should keep moving for now, because at some point our day is going to be over. So rather than burn all the steps to go out, we obviously that puzzle, if it is in the apple orchard, we can do it tomorrow. I'll try to find the white trees on my own first, Meerkat, but if I have trouble, I will come to you. Oh, and that's a good point. I don't have a shovel anymore either, which presumably I might need. Apparently everything's 50% off today. Hell yeah. Today only, the sale. Great deals ahoy. Everything up to 50% off. Offer valid at the following locations: commissary, kitchen, locksmith, and bookshop. Bookshop? We've never been to a bookshop before. Okay. There's a locksmith. But we are going to go gymnasium, believe it or not, because it gives us extra ways to go. Vault, billiard room, wine cellar. Let's go wine cellar for those extra gems. Imagine having to make sales promotional posters for someone's private home. They made them fast, too. A large battery pack provides juice to battery-powered contraptions. Did I pick up all the gems? Did I not? Oh, no, I missed one. Thank you. Battery-powered contraptions. I'm trying to think what we've seen that is battery-powered. I don't know. Got a drafting room, though, which is nice. In the drafting studio, you will be able to choose a brand new floor plan to permanently add to your draft pool. Permanent changes do not reset each day. So these are 3 brand new rooms that we've never been to before. The Dovecote. Whenever you draw a Dovecote while drafting, you may rotate floor plans. Oh, cool. Vestibule. Whenever you enter vestibule, 3 of the doors in this room unlock and the 4th one becomes locked. And clock tower. Tomorrow, you will start with 1 key for each clock room you draft today. I think we've got to go Dovecote. Dovecote, A, we get pet doves, which is nice, and B, I think that's the most useful one here. We can rotate floor plans, which, yeah, could be extremely, extremely useful. Barney says, whoa, what? I haven't even seen these 3 in spoilers. A towering loft serving home to many of the feathered locals of Mount Holly. As a devout birdwatcher and amateur ornithologist, Mary had petitioned her uncle for years for this to be built on the estate. Oh, and Mary's my mom! So it feels like poetic that we should get this. Yeah. Dovecote has been permanently added to the drafting pool. Nice. The Great Hall partitioning plan for Monday, December 7th. So if we draft the Great Hall, we know how it'll look. Mom's doves! I know, so cute. I think that was the right decision. All these doors are locked now, though. Security, maid's chamber, hallway. I think we go... See, this would be one of those instances where I'd love to rotate the room, because I'd love... We can't get into the antechamber from there right now anyway. So if we could rotate... Oh, but that's true. No, that's a good point, TS. We did have a locked door in the dark room, so if I get security, then we can unlock that door. Yeah, I think that's smart. Okay, Let's do that. So if we go keycard system settings, set security level to low, and then change the offline mode to locked. Or unlocked, sorry. So unfortunately, this door is still going to be locked for right now because it's powered. They're both powered! Oh, fuck. Okay, well that means our only option is to go down to the dark room, and since the power is off in the dark room, the door should be unlocked due to the security system settings. Or not? Well, now I'm just confused. Why is that not unlocked? There's no power in here. Did I not select it properly? Separate power sources? Huh. Well, if that's the case, we can't go anywhere else. We are stuck. I guess I can use whatever steps I have left to try to get back to the beginning and, try to find some white trees. Well, that's too bad. That's the worst part about this game. Is just when you feel like you're putting together a good run, the game's like, yeah, LOL. LOL, no. You stuck. Okay, let's see if we can find some white trees out here. I gotta let Muffin out 1 sec. Okay, white trees. Oh, white trees. It's those. And what was the clue? Again, I gotta remind myself. Find among the white trees under 2 stones. Well, maybe we don't need a shovel. I don't know. We'll see. The white trees have got to be these. 2 stones. White trees, 2 stones. Maybe I do need a shovel. Wait. Okay. Well, at least we found the area, so that's good. It's right behind the tent. Yeah, note for a future run. We get a shovel. We come back. So that's really hidden. You would not find that there unless you had the clue, because it's not marked as a dig spot. So unless you're like running around randomly clicking on things, that's actually pretty hidden. All right, let's call it a day here. As you guys said last time, frustrating to end a day, but you're always winning in blueprints as long as you're learning something new from each day. And we learned a lot today. We explored the tomb, figured out the puzzle between the tomb and the chapel, got to the underground area, which is a whole other thing, found the music room, figured out the puzzle, got a new room permanently added to our drafting pool, and also used the upgrade disc and upgraded the boudoir. So actually, as far as runs go, day 31 at Mount Holly was extremely successful. That was a good one. So what do we need now? An office, the pump room, and a shovel, at least. Yeah, well, office and shovel, definitely. We need the pump room if and when we have some of these other rooms. The pump room, it doesn't really work on its own, but if we can get the pump room in conjunction with some of the other rooms, then yes, that is absolutely what we need. So speaking of, let's go see what outdoor room we can draft today. Right, and then we also need the power room with the lab. Okay, I don't think I've drafted the trading post. I think that's new. Items for trade. I've got a big assortment of items. So if I have an item, I can trade it for another item, I guess. Cool. That's cool. And then what, if anything, can we find in here? Tea, teapots, teacups, rugs. Is this the East India Trading Company? Dynamite! A little too dangerous to pick up. Why is it just lying around here? Whoa, what is this? I have to make them all light up yellow? I am confused at how this works. They were moving a second ago. Did I brick myself? I don't know what that is. Oh! Oh! What is my objective? The fuck? Well, this is clearly something. But I don't know what. So they light up yellow when you've got them in the one corner. I wish it was more clear what my objective was. I guess I have to turn on all the little mountains. No, but they go off when I move them. Oh, I think if there's one in each corner, the mountains will light up. The issue is I don't really know how to control these things. Like, I'm unclear as to how or where these things are moving. So, like, we clearly need the pink in the middle. Like, how do I get that over there? Oh! Okay, I totally brute forced that. I have no idea what I did. But hey, we got rewarded! You have been rewarded an allowance token. Your allowance has been permanently raised by 2. We love ourselves a permanent upgrade. Hell yeah. A dub is a dub is a dub. When in doubt, just mash random buttons, and it all worked out, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Well, I'm happy we got that done. So, again, don't have any items to trade. Doesn't appear that there's any other sort of secrets or hints or information. I mean, there's that dynamite that my guy keeps saying is too dangerous to pick up. It doesn't matter how you got there. It matters that you got there. Exactly. Okay, I guess we'll come back later if we pick up random items and we can trade them for other items. Let's just read the room description. It's an outpost established on the outskirts of Mount Holly in the era before the New Realms. This station allowed the frontiersmen and trappers of these mountains to trade goods and services with the estate, the locals, and one another. Cool. Alright. So, objective for today is to head into the house, hopefully find a shovel, but if not, at least find some sort of items that we can then take to the trading post to trade. We will pick up our allowance, which we now get 5 gold to start off our run with. That's really awesome. And then let's go, as much as I want to go storeroom, it's going to block us off. I feel like I need to maximize our chances of getting different rooms this time, so I'm going to draft based on it giving us access to other rooms. So here we get a gem with the boudoir upgrade that we had, and we also get another gem from that safe. So we get 2 gems from the boudoir, which is nice. From here we'll go corridor, and then before I go too far that way, I'm gonna try to work horizontally this time, because I feel like when you do that, you're less likely to get locked out. So from there, we can go bedroom. No items in here today. And then I forgot we had a door here we can open as well. There we can go storeroom. That's cool. Pick up all the stuff in here. So many keys, so many gems, so much money. I love it. And then let's work this way. The parlor, the pantry, or the closet. Let's go parlor. Let's see if the logic is logicking this time around. All right. The black box is empty. The black box is true. The black box is black. Hi crew, how are you? Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. You arrived just in time for a logic puzzle. Well, this one's got to be true because the statement is true, so that's true, which means one of these is false. Either the black box is true or the black box is empty. The black box is definitely black, yeah. So if the black box is false, then that would mean that the black box has the gems in it. But if this one is true, then we wouldn't know where the gems are. Yeah, if both of them are false, so the black box is false, and then so the black box has the gems. I think the gems are in black. Yeah, that would make the most sense. Because nothing else is pointing to any other box. You guys agree? Alright, let's see. Yeah! There we go. 2 gems. Love that for us. Teamwork! Alright, from here, let's go, spare bedroom. Again, I'm drafting in a way that I hope I minimize us getting stuck. So then we go chapel here. Go into the chapel and where... I'm still kind of convinced that there's another secret in the chapel because you see this altar and how it's blocking one of the windows. I've just got a feeling that that this can move somehow. I don't know how. But that's just the feeling I have. Check if the numbers in the chapel remain unchanged. Number 1 was hoe, right? Yep. Number 1 was hoe. Number 2 was spatula. Yep. 3 was pitchfork. No, they're the same. So that's good to know. Okay. Well, I don't know what the secret of the chapel is for right now. Well, we've uncovered one of the chapel's secrets. There are clearly more to come, but we'll leave it for now, I guess. as we know, rooms very far away from each other can be connected, so there's always other options. Let's go, den here. Grab this gem. And then... so we'll go dining room there. Looks like they do good. It'd be a bit fucked if you had to rely on drafting the chapel every time in conjunction with the tomb. Yeah, there's only so much synergy that you can make happen between, you know, what's offered and what you're able to draft, so luckily they didn't make that a requirement. Alright, so here's got to be a nook unless we want to get stuck, which I definitely don't. So I'm gonna grab the key here and then I'm gonna go back the other way. So far, none of the rooms that I've wanted to draft or any of the items that I've wanted to collect have been offered to us. Classic, right? Okay, let's go West Wing Hall. And then we'll go, I guess, drawing room. Yeah, I hate getting tithed when we go through the frickin' chapel. That's why I hate that room. And then down here we can get a, let's go closet and hope there's a shovel. No shovel. Should have known. Should have freaking known. We're not getting a shovel on this run, but it's fine. Maybe we'll get other things. Garage. Workshop. Observatory. Let's go observatory. I kind of like the way that I'm just snaking sort of back and forth here. So let's keep that up. See what we see in the stars today. We've got the Diamondus Major, which gives us +5 diamonds, and a Southern Cross. Rooms with 4 doors are more common today. I'll take that. Those seem like both good constellations. We have 10 gems right now, which is sick. Speaking of sick, broken lever, we just need that greenhouse. Okay, from here, we've got weight room, which I do not want because it's gonna half our steps. So instead, let's spend 3 gems to get the cloister. There's lots of dig spots in here, unfortunately. But alas, no shovel. Chamber of Mirrors. Archives passageway. We haven't figured out all the secrets of the Chamber of Mirrors yet, so I'm gonna draft that. Clearly you need to access it from all sides, which I haven't been able to do yet, so let's see if we can figure out more about the Chamber of Mirrors today. Wow, I've never had this before. 2 rooms that are the same right in a row, cloister to cloister. Let's go Great Hall. I've already figured out the cloister, thankfully, and I got the allowance boost back behind the statue. Now, the rotunda. I don't know that we've ever had this room. I think this is new. So this can lead us in here, which opens those doors over there. Before I press that big button, I'm gonna figure this out. Grab our key. Okay, so that opens that on that side. Rotund room. Is this my room? Pat's belly. So then from here we can rotate. Cool. And now we can go this way. Nice. Okay. One of these days we're gonna get a damn shovel. 'Cause do you see how many dig points there are around here? This is crazy. Okay, from here we'll go... Holy, so many cloisters! What the hell is up with that today? I've never seen so many of the same room being offered. Does the trading post have a shovel in stock, maybe? It wouldn't let me even look at the items that it had until I had something to trade, and we still haven't picked up an item. Well, we have the broken lever, I guess. Now, this is a new room. We've never drafted an attic before. This is new. Attic. What do we... Oh, shovel! Yes! Thank you, attic! Best attic ever! The mirror room added one of every room you had drafted so far to the pool, and the southern cross is pushing cloister. Oh, that's why I'm getting so many cloisters. I see. This guy is pointing sort of off the balcony to the cliffs outside. Presumably where those flames are. Yeah, there's a lot of items in here, which is nice. Hopefully some secrets or something, too. Another one of these battery packs. I still don't know what to do with that. We haven't come across any battery-powered contraptions. Not that I can remember. April 12th. Dear Mrs. Marigold, thank you so much for giving our editors the opportunity to consider your illustrated children's book, The Red Prince. Unfortunately, I regret that we have come to the conclusion that although the illustrations are wonderful, we do not think the material is a good fit with Ruffington's current catalog and therefore will not be pursuing a partnership at this time. If you provided us with a return envelope, your manuscript will be returned to you. Otherwise, it has been recycled. Thank you again for thinking of us here at Ruffington, and do not be discouraged to submit any work you complete in the future. We wish you every success in finding a home from your book. Thomas Yanders, editor, Ruffington Red Publishing, Children's Book Department, 205 Concetta Court, 02117-2765. And then written in red was change the ending, it's too political. Okay. I don't know if any of that, like, address information is important, but I'll take a picture. Also, I love the random jazzy music that just kicked in. That is pretty good. Alright, so right now we've got a battery pack, a shovel, and a broken lever. Attic. High above the mansion in its lofty perch, Mount Holly's attic provides curious explorers with a cache of dusty keepsakes, trinkets, and clues from a long-forgotten past. Is there anything else in here that we missed? Just that. I think that's everything. Okay, cool. Well, the attic was totally worth it. Most importantly, because we got that shovel. Now, the issue is to get all the way back to the entrance hall is going to take a lot of steps. So, now we do have the dining room, but we are only rank 6. We need to go up 2 more ranks before I can have dinner in the dining room, which would help with our steps, probably. Let's do some digging first. Pebbles, nice. Fantastic. Worthless old tin can. There's a very hidden clue in the attic, but it helps solve the thing that you already know. Oh, well, if I already know it, then feel free to tell me what the clue is, just for sort of information's sake. Just a FYI sort of thing. Another rotunda. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can rotate any floor plans now with the rotunda. Okay, I gotta be honest, I hate all of these. Commissary, weight room, passageway. Let's go passageway. Oh my god, so many locked doors. Closet. Hoping for a bedroom right about now. Yeah, seriously. Ooh. Lucky rabbit's foot. Greater chance of finding items. Nice. I don't want any of these either. Honestly, the Southern Cross is starting to seem like a curse at this point. 100%. 100%. It seemed like a great idea at the time, but I guess I didn't realize how little choice you had when it comes to, four-way rooms. I don't want to do this, but I have no other choice. We've got to go archives. There's a locked door there. Now, this will get us to rank 8, so we can have dinner in the dining room. Hear the little bell tinkle. That means dinner is served. Alright, the issue is getting back to the dining room is going to be a bit of a bitch. Let's see what we got here first. Ooh, I did want the office. Okay, that's good. I did want the office. So from here, this is the only terminal where you can access emails, apparently. May as well spread gold throughout the estate as well. Swan Song. Love the sound of that dial-up internet. Okay, awesome. We haven't been able to access electronic mail. We've got 4 emails in here. The first is from Anne Babbage, titled Next Week, sent November 1st at 6:12 a.m. Sir, you have not left me any instructions for the following week, and you know how much I hate leaving critical plans up until the last minute. As soon as you decide on definitive plans for the holidays, please pass a message on to me, either through Hartley, who is valeting for you this weekend, or if you absolutely insist, through this confounded electronic typewriter. Okay. To DC Power, date October 8th, 1993, RE fuse box repair. Gabe, yes, that is the correct functionality. Also, when you're out here next week, please test that the correct Oh! That's interesting. So in the fuse box, that's a code that we can input. Okay. Okay, so the last time we, the next time that we get the room with the fuse box, we can input this code. Off, blue, green, white, red, purple. Okay. Next. Date October 7th, 1993. Subject, estate changes. Dear Herbert, we just wanted to let you know that the changes you requested to your will have been implemented and notarized. If your premonition, God forbid, should bear fruit, rest assured that your plans will be executed down to the last detail. Signed, McGuire, McKinley, and McDougal. So Herbert made changes to his will just like a month before he passed. And also, hang on. This game started on November 5th, 1993, right? I think I have that written down. That was day 1. I thought I had that written down. I feel like that's really random information for me to have in my head unless it was true. But what that means is... Is Gunkel not actually dead? Because Anne Babbage sent this email. Like a few days before he died. Would you like to chat to check that? Yeah, do you want to? Before I start making conspiracy theories about Grunkel's current status. Before I get too red string here. Reddit says November 7th was day 1. Okay, so literally, it was a week before. A month before Gunkel changed his will, and then a week before he was planning a holiday. That's sus. That is sus as fuck. This is important information too. For the fuse box. The VIC indicator lights installed per instructions have been turned on. However, it should be noted that the white indicator is only displayed after syncing all 6 indicators to purple. Okay, nope. Okay, interesting. So we learned a lot of information about things we can do with the fuse box. And then also got some information about Gunkel and some mysterious events leading up to his death. Okay. The office was totally worth it. That was good information. So we need to draft the room with the fuse box next. Now, yeah, I don't know if we can even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's gonna take me 11 steps to get to the dining room, and I have 12. Fun tidbit that I hope is not a spoiler, the staff announcement in the security room about only you having access to the network is also dated November 7th. No, well that would make sense, right? That actually would make sense. If that was the day I received access to the place. I can save a step by going into the rotunda. If I rotate back around to the Great Hall, I'll save a step. I gotta hope the meal in the dining room's delicious today, or this is gonna be worthless. I didn't check the menu. No, because you don't know unless you have the kitchen what the menu is, right? Okay, so then... How do I open this again? I can't even remember now. It had something to do with, like, the side of this. There it is. I can dig these while we're here. Key. Pebbles. Coins. Wouldn't mind a snack. Old shoe. Well, to some people that might be a snack. Can we eat the pebbles for an extra step? That's what I was hoping for. 4 steps. Can we make it? Yeah, we can make it. 3 steps. Take my money. 2 steps. Oh, I see dinner. Wait. I see dinner and it looks delicious. Holy shit, that is fancy. Tonight's dinner is porterhouse steak. A delightfully expensive steak cut, bone-in and extra marbled for maximum tenderness. A perfect dish for those who love extravagance. It gives us plus 20 steps, and we'll get plus an additional 10 if we have a showroom in our house, which I don't. But I will take the 20 steps. Nice. Okay. Whew. Run's not over yet, folks. And we can actually go through the nook right now, too, so we don't even have to go too far. Can just go right through here to greenhouse. Yes, I wanted greenhouse. I wanted greenhouse because we have the broken lever, which is gonna open a door. Yes, that's the first time I've been able to do that. Okay, so if we can get to that room right there, we can get into the antechamber. Okay, that's actually extremely exciting. Got a worthless old tin can. Nothing buried there. Sledgehammer here. Okay. The issue is it's going to take us so many steps to get back up there, but I've at least got to try. I've never been able to use that lever before and open a door into the antechamber. And while I feel like getting into the antechamber is just step one, because it seems very clear there's another locked door in there, I need to at least get in there and see it for myself, you know what I mean? And that's a good point. We got down in 12 steps, so we can get back up in 18. That's actually a great point. So if I go up through the Great Hall... Actually, I've got a ton of keys. Maybe I should open some of these. I've used the lever twice, and both times the RNG got me only to the other doors. Oh. First time in the antechamber is a big milestone. Yeah, that's why I'm so excited. I feel like we definitely need to do this. Well, it's all gonna come down to what the RNG gives me here. So, fingers crossed. I forgot the door was locked. I forgot. Okay. We're not done yet. We can go down through the passageway and the Great Hall, but we're gonna have to hope that one of those either gives me a key card or a fuse box. That's not helpful. Great Hall. See, I'm running out of steps, though. I've only got 5 steps. Fuck! I was so close. Ah! Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. I was so excited to get into the antechamber. And we had finally gotten a shovel and I didn't even get to use it. Ah! That's frustrating. I mean, it's good. Again, it was another good room. We had 3 new, or a good run. We had 3 new rooms. We've got new hints. But again, so frustrating. Hubris, our old friend. Oh, it stings when you get that close and you can't quite finish the job, you know? Damn! Alright. That's alright. We're gonna shake it off. And we're gonna keep moving. So, places we want to find today are the fuse box, somewhere with a shovel, I mean, any other new rooms. I'm really hoping that one of these days something comes from me tossing a coin in the fountain. Like Bronny said, maybe if we can drain it, we get our money back, but I'm just doing it basically to get me any extra karma at this point. Toss one coin in the fountain. It's a good day. Oh, right. Pump room for water control would be good as well. That's right. Now, have we been in the tool shed before? I don't know that we have. I think this is new. Tool shed. 2 special items. Ooh. An adjustable gear wrench. Each time you draft a mechanical floor plan, you may permanently adjust its rarity. Interesting. Okay, that's one item. What's the other item? Oh, just a basic bitch sledgehammer. Okay. Since there are no witchers around, a fountain will have to do. Exactly. I'm tossing my coins. I still reckon the bird baths or something. They very well could be. Maybe if you can change the water, it'll pump up through the bird bath or something. I was really hoping the tool shed would have a shovel, but alas, not today. But that's okay. Let's start a brand new run, shall we? Alright, let's start hallway. We'll go into the... Let's go closet and... should we go closet and hope for a shovel, or should we go guest bedroom and get steps? Or should we go parlor and get gems? Ooh, I feel like all of those are actually good options. I feel like I never find a shovel in the closet, so I think I'm gonna veto closet. And then I guess it's between steps and gems. The gems aren't guaranteed. We have to solve the logic puzzle, but they're always valuable. Plus, if we go parlor, it's not a dead end. The closet might have a rabbit's foot. That's true. You like to burn dead ends early? Alright, let's go closet. Let's go closet. Ooh, okay. That's actually not bad. Metal detector gives us a greater chance of finding keys and money, and we got a gem, so we got a gem after all. That's not too bad. Alright, over on this side, we'll go Den. I'm gonna try to do what I did last time and just try to snake my way back and forth. It seemed to really help last time. We got a lot farther than we normally do. Let's go commissary and see if maybe they're selling a shovel today. Yes, they are! Okay, we just need 6 coins. We'll get our shovel. We've got 4. We just need 2 more. Okay, let's go drawing room. Putting dead ends in the bottom corners is part of my strat. I mean, that actually makes total sense. Maybe I should start doing that as well. It's a good place to put them. We're definitely not going chapel because I need my money today, so parlor it is. Time for logic. The gems are in the blue box. The false boxes are both true. That seems contradictory. The true boxes are both empty. The false boxes are both true. The true boxes are both empty. I feel like this one has to be false, right? Because that just doesn't even make sense. And then if this is false, it says the false boxes are false, which makes sense. And if this one is false, and this is the true boxes, are both... No, these can't both be true. The gems are in the blue box. The true boxes are both empty. are both empty. These can't both be true. This hurts my head. Yeah, this is a tricky one. Black can be true while blue is false. Yeah, if black is true... No, it can't, because if black is true, then the gems have to be in here. And if this is false... then it means that the gems would be in here, because this is a true box. It implies there are two true boxes, which doesn't have to be true. But if it's false, then the true boxes are not empty, which means the true boxes have gems, which means this one can't be true because it says the gems are over here. So if those are both false... false boxes are both true? Oh, my brain! MK says 33.33% chance, just rip it. The instructions say that one of the boxes has to be true, one of the boxes has to be false. The other one can be either true or false, and the gems are only in one box. White is just nonsense, yeah. Death says, I say go for blue and just let it rip. I mean, blue is my favorite color. I can't believe how much more difficult these logic puzzles have gotten. I feel like in the beginning, I was just freaking flying through it. And now it's like they really stump me. The rules are the same every time, yeah. Alright, let's let it rip. As you guys so eloquently put it. Hell yeah! When in doubt, let it rip. Words to live by. Let's go. Thanks, guys. I got my gems, and apparently there's something in here. Alright, when in doubt, just go with your favorite color, I guess. Should we go... I'm gonna go storeroom there, actually. Let's go! We love brute forcing a puzzle. It was like that little box I found earlier. But I had no idea what it was doing, but I figured it out. That properly tickled the gray matter. Was it 6 coins for the shovel? Yeah. Ah, 1 coin short. Ooh, I didn't notice this box here. Hang on. Coins? Keys. Alright, all the keys. I mean, at some point you could just ignore finish the day and get back to it with a new puzzle before actually solving it. It's true. Some of them you can really spend a lot of time in there hemming and hawing about. Let's go bedroom. Ooh, sleeping mask. Nice. First time you enter each bedroom with the sleep mask, gain 5 steps. Unfortunately, it doesn't count for this one that we're already in, but should be good moving forward. The rumpus room. Do we want the rumpus room? Oh yeah, it gives us plus 8 coins. We want the rumpus room, so I can go buy a shovel. And while we're here, I guess we can get our fortune told as well. The last 2 fortunes we've had told from Alzara here have been quite interesting, to say the least. Let's see what he has to say today. I'm fully convinced this house is the TARDIS. I mean, that would check out, hey?
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. Yes. The fog is clearing.
Spooky.
I see a shadow in the doorway.
Spooky.
Silent footsteps in the hallways. An unlatched gate you did not open. A missing item you did not take.
There's someone else here?
I see a young boy watched from afar.
Grunkle is so alive and he's so spying on me, isn't he?
A young boy who once was brave, but now afraid.
Oh yeah. I had my doubts before when I read the emails. I feel like that I didn't quite confirm it, but that is giving a lot of support to my theory that Uncle is still alive and he is watching me in a very, very spooky way. Thanks, Elzara, but from that first scene I read, Draft a Dark Room from this rumpus room. It's not Grunkle, it's Granty. She haunts this place. Hey, Rector, he's a very friendly looking guy, isn't he? Definitely won't give me nightmares tonight. I always feel like Grunkle's watching me. It'd be entirely in character for Grunkle to fake his death somehow. We're doing good, Rector. Thank you for asking. We're having lots of fun playing blueprints here tonight, trying to solve all these gosh darn puzzles. And honestly, I think we're doing pretty good at it. We have solved quite a few puzzles tonight, and every time the tickle on the old gray matter, the little itch you get when you solve a puzzle, it is still unmatched. Okay, before we get too far, I'm actually going to backtrack here. We're going to go to the commissary. I'm going to buy our shovel, and then we're going to go outside and dig up that spot, which is one of the puzzles we solved earlier, actually. You guys may remember that at some point I had been picking up music sheets, and we actually finally solved the mystery of the music sheets, which gave us a little phrase, and it said, "Beneath white trees, look under 2 stones." We located the white trees. They're over here. The 2 stones we've also located, but up until this point we have not had a shovel. So we're going to take our newly purchased shovel and we're going to go see if we can solve this little puzzle here. Yes! Ooh, we dug up a secret floor plan. The conservatory. It allows you to adjust the rarity of the floor plans in your house so you can make things more common. Oh, that's actually huge, because some of the rooms are so rare you never get the opportunity to draft them. But if you can make them less rare, swish. Swish, baby. Oh yeah, we're adding that to the drafting pool. Wow, that was a fantastic reward. Sometimes you get a reward and you're just kind of like, eh, that's all right. You know, it's okay. I don't hate it, but I love that one. Damn. And you can make rooms you don't want rare. Oh, yeah. It works both ways. God damn. God damn. Yeah, so, the fortune teller's fortune mentioned this gate being left open. And it is true, this gate was just left open. Who opened this gate? So I guess that means someone else is here and is trying to help us out a little bit, aka Grunkle, but we'll take a quick look around just to make sure nothing's new. We're not missing anything. We still need that final blue flame right there. The chapel's gonna be as rare as a dodo this time tomorrow. The chapel, the gymnasium, the furnace room. Shit that I always hate drafting. Yeah. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Alright, well, that is fantastic news, and we've still got a lot of steps left. The day is young. Let's continue exploring. So, we can go through the parlor, we can also go through the West Wing Hall. Where the hell is the unlatched gate? I think it's this one right here, the one that we went through to get to the east side of the manor. Because I didn't see any other ones. Because this side doesn't have a big one. Rector, you've now got that Michael Jackson song stuck in my head. Is that Michael Jackson? Who sings I Always Feel Like Somebody's Watching Me? No, I don't think it is. Who sings that song? Grunkle, obviously. Grunkle sings that song, obviously. That gate looks identical to the one that Legally Distinct Zoltar showed you. Grunkle Jackson. Ooh, I want this. I know it's a dead end and, like, it's not the best spot to put it, but I want this because this is another puzzle that we figured out today. Also, whoa, what the fuck is happening? We can now... Right, this is a mechanical room. We can change the rarity. Do I want to change the rarity? I don't know. This is a big decision. I feel like I like the utility closet, but I don't want it to be on, like, every draft. Do I? Or maybe I do. I definitely don't want to increase the rarity, I don't think. I feel like standard is, like, good. Yeah. TS says, it being a dead end, making it commonplace doesn't seem smart. Agreed. But at the same time, it is really useful. So I don't know that I want to make it any rarer either. I think I just want to leave it as standard. Which is lame, I know. I didn't even use my fancy wrench, but... Okay. So we're going to... turn on the power. And now, this is the puzzle that we learned about. I think this is going to be difficult. So, we've learned that we need to get these VAC indicators to light up certain colors. The colors we have are blue is supposed to be off, then blue, then green, then white, then red, then purple. But we found out that we'll only get white by syncing all indicators to purple. We found previously, I have a photo of it, the instructions on how you get things to be purple. So let me just pull that up. Wow, I have a lot of screenshots. Okay, there it is. Okay. So it suggests that you set them all to green first, and then you press a blue indicator next to a red indicator to activate purple. Just like that. And then we need one to be white. This one right here needs to be white. Aha, okay. So then this one needs to be purple. Oh no. Okay, and then this one needs to be red. Purple, red, white. This one needs to be off. That one needs to be blue, and this one needs to be green. Yes! 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 We did it! This is so exciting! I love solving puzzles. There is no better fucking feeling than solving puzzles. What is this giant switch? Pull the lever, Kronk! Wrong lever! It opens that door! Oh, shit! Now, that looks like the minecart. No, what is this? The Gemstone Cavern has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you will start each new day with 2 gems. I've said it once, I've said it a million times, we love a permanent upgrade. There's like no other way to progress in a roguelike than by getting permanent upgrades. So that is freaking huge. And that is not just a permanent upgrade, that is an awesome permanent upgrade. To start with 2 gems? Let's fucking go. Okay, I need to go check out this cavern now. So this is back over by the campsite where we were before. The red strings are crisscrossing so much right now. I know, and it's the most soothing feeling in the entire world. I love it. Grunkle's slowly increasing my allowance. I mean, I was wondering who was laying my allowance out there every morning. It makes sense if Grunkle's stalking me. The final lever! Or whatever. Thing. Flames! Another puzzle solved! What does that do? Elevator? Secret elevator. My mind is blown. This is freaking awesome, guys. It's all coming together now. Okay, so what do we have here? Here's the last of the equipment for the new mine. I don't think we're going to need more than this, especially if we're going to limit excavation to 2 stones per day. I was told by the engineer that getting greedier than that might risk the structural integrity of the cave walls, so I suppose we'll have to adhere to his expert opinion, at least for now. We managed to remove all but 1 minecart from the old tunnels, 2 of which were too rusted and worn down to be of any use to us up here, so Dave went ahead and made the call to scrap them. I'm not sure that the foreman is going to be happy about that, but hopefully you can smooth it over. Now, there's still 1 more cart down there, but it's locked on a short track and it's way too difficult to move from the reservoir site. It's a little bit awkward because it's blocking the passage, so I suggest someone move it from the other side if they can get over there. The boss informed us that there are 2 other ways into the site from that site, but I think we're going to leave that for someone else to finish up if the old man really wants it done. So that's referring to the minecart down below that's blocking our path and kind of confirms that you need to move it from the other side, which we already knew. Okay, so we're going from one secret area to another. The red strings could not be more crisscrossed right now. This is unbelievable. My corkboard overfloweth with new discoveries today. Now, let's see what this does. Oh, I'm excited. Also, damn, this is fancy. Look at this view. And then this glass elevator. All right. Down we go. Down we go, down we go. Where we stop, nobody knows, but we're going far down this cliff. I really hope this thing is up to code. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh! I noticed these little cutouts before. What is this? Scripts and Rudford Mining Company, Excavation Department, Foreman's Log 3, date July 2nd, 1915. Oh damn, it's from long ago. As our client Thomas Sinclair, so that's a relative and an ancestor of ours, suspected, the arches that were visible from the south cliff were part of a much longer arcade carved into the rock face. Last week, when our crew first arrived, only 2 supporting pillars were visible, but after only a few days of clearing vines, moss, and dirt, we have uncovered a dozen more. Our exploration so far has been limited and entirely superficial, as every shaft we have surveyed has ended abruptly, and every promising path leading deeper into the mountain has been blocked by tunnels packed tight with soil, rock, and debris. This site is either much older than we first assumed, or someone deliberately had these chambers buried. Interesting. So all of this was already here. prior to the mansion. This is some ancient site. Also, holy crap. Beautiful view. Don't stand too close to the edge, though. I love this kid's attitude. I just had to spend a week opening the gas valves to get this elevator to show up. Fuck it. Pull the lever. Ooh, what is this? Oh, what the chess puzzle? Do you see what this is? This is the banner. This is going to be similar to the letter puzzle. We're gonna have to find what rooms have these chest pieces. And in saying that, I now actually remember there being chess pieces around. So certain chess pieces must spawn in certain quadrants of the board. Also, this music is very ominous right now. Okay. Taking a picture of this. My camera roll is just full of blueprints. Alright, we'll be back. So similar to how when we were exploring previously, we were looking for those paintings, now we're going to be looking for those chess pieces. There is a sealed door right there, but yeah, very, very spoopy music. And, ooh, what's this? Foreman's copy. Do not remove from sight. Realm and Sigils of the Past and by Professor R. Willard, Fenn Aries, Robert Bird and Sons. First paragraph's a little torn up. Historically speaking, sigils are not a new tradition. They have been found in every era and every culture and predate both written text and heraldic arts. However, today when we use the term sigil, we are referring specifically to realm sigils, those crude circular marks of designation found on royal artifacts, buildings, and older documents. This book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs and to clearly display the correlation between each sigil and the iconography? I don't know what that word is, of the realms of royal art. How is the image of a leafless burning tree seen in geometric lines, and what does that tell us of a kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, and each variation tells a story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigils have special meaning. Okay, this is probably very important. Unfortunately, pages are torn out. Okay. Let's just start at the beginning. The sigil. To understand a realm sigil, we must first dismantle the symbol and identify the individual elements that make up the whole. Each sigil is composed of 4 things: the core, the dividing lines, the moats, and the border. Okay. We've definitely seen stuff that looks like this before, yeah. 1. The core. At the center of each sigil is a unique shape, different for each realm. If the core gives us a name, then the rest of the sigil tells us the history behind that name. Still, it is important to be able to identify and distinguish the core as a first step in deciphering any sigil, as all the other parts are meaningless if we don't first know the place we are describing. And of course, that page is cut off. There's the rays. A different number and style. Of course, pages are ripped up. Might want to snap a pic of these pages regardless. Yeah, I'm going to take a picture of the whole book when I'm done reading it. Yeah, this explains like all the different lines. That page is completely gone. Wavy lines are used to indicate extreme heat. A rainy realm is indicated with rays of 3 vertical lines pouring down. Stormy is jagged. Falling circles is snow, and windy is bent curved lines. So that was all just about the rays. And then there's the moats. On each sigil, floating between the rays, are small figures called moats. From the shape and style of the moats used on a sigil, we can tell the type of society a given realm proclaimed, if they consider themselves mighty in arms or blessed by artistic and economic fortune. Okay. Lots of different definitions there. And then the border. Around each sigil is an adorned edge serving as a container for the information within. There are 8 different borders, each one corresponding to a different color. That could be important. These borders always correspond to the banner and national colors of that specific realm. Putting it all together, by studying the core, rays, motes, and border of a sigil, you should now be able to unlock the meaning behind what had previously been an undecipherable enigma. Red banners, martial fog. Red banners, martial fog? That's martial. That's red. Banners must be one of these rays. Okay. This is all obviously very important. So I guess I'll just take a million pictures. That's describing the sigil on the second last page, isn't it? Oh, it is. Okay, so it's basically acting as an example for you to be able to put it together. I understand. I understand. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay, let me just take a bunch of pictures. Boop. 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 Okay. So, I guess what we'll need to do is keep our eyes out for any of those sigils around, and then we'll try to decipher them. So we've come across lots of stuff down here. We've got the chess puzzle, and now we've got, presumably, what's going to be a sigil puzzle. Of course, you solve one puzzle and it leads you right to another puzzle. That's the beauty of blueprints, right? Your string board never untangles. You just get more and more thread. Alright. So, what we're gonna have to do now is we're gonna have to go back through the rooms and keep an eye out for chess pieces and where they're located. And then write that down and then go down to the chessboard and put them in their proper places. So we've uncovered already a lot of rooms today. Let's go see if any of these had chess pieces. Okay, none in the main room. I guess we'll just go left to start. None in this one. None in this one. Eventually you'll start counting the number of dots on every object and trying to smash everything you can see as you cackle, running through the halls. Okay, so there's a pawn. That's a pawn, right? Yeah. Pawn in. How did they number it? Pawn in. Two, three. Okay. Ooh, and then a bishop in 2-2. I feel like this is too early to find them. Makes me worried that there's more to this. I thought it was going to be similar to the paintings in that each painting corresponded with a square, but the fact that we found some already makes me worried, believe it or not. Because I feel like they shouldn't be that easy to find. And maybe they're not like the drawings at all, in that they correspond with a certain square. Maybe they're connected to each room. Okay, well, if that's the case, I should write that down too. So the pawn was in the bedroom. And the bishop was in the rumpus room. Okay. And then... oh yeah, another pawn. Pawn in the den, 1-4. So we'll see if we can buy anything here. Magnifying glass? Gem. Don't see any in here. There's another one in here. Pawn. Found a lot of pawns. There was only one piece for each one, so we're missing something here. But I'll just keep writing it down for now until we figure out what that something is. Okay. Another pawn. Holy fuck, yeah. No, we're missing something here. All right. Kitchen. Honestly, we could use some of that food for sale. My steps are getting rather low. Club sandwich, banana, tomato soup. I would love the club sandwich. We cannot afford it. Do I have any red rooms? No. I guess we'll just go with the banana for right now. Just a quick little snack, you know how it is. Nom 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 nom. I feel like I don't draft the kitchen very often, so I want to take a closer look around here to make sure there's nothing that I missed. I like that there's dog food for all the doggies that live here. It doesn't look like we missed anything, though. Okay, I guess we'll go to the pool next. The pool, the pool! And then from here... ugh, I hate the chapel, but... you think that's cat food? How can you even tell? It's just kibbles. You got a good eye. Does that mean there's a cat that lives here too? Honestly, that's even more exciting. Okay, there's a bishop in the chapel. Maybe Grunkle reincarnated as a cat. Bishop's in, time for a confession. At least there's a gem in here today, that's nice. They're supposed to be adding the cat in the next major update to the game? No way, that's the best news I've heard all day! No way! Do we have an ETA on the next major update? Ooh, we got the lever again. Tiff, stop playing till next patch. No ETA? Damn. Security. I think I'm gonna leave security as standard. I know this is lame and I'm not taking advantage of my wrench, but like the options it's giving me, I'm like, I'm cool with where we're at, you know? Sauna, house is complete. Yeah, the sauna will be good for us tomorrow. So I think we're gonna run out of steps here today. But tomorrow we'll start with an extra 20. So that's good. You made security and the utility closet common. It's so hard to know what to do. Terrace. Oh, someone left an orange on the terrace. Hell yeah! That was my orange eating noises. You're welcome. The boudoir. Thanks, Grunkle. Grunkle's just leaving snacks around for us to find while he creepily watches us. I mean, hey, as long as there's snacks, Grunkle, creep away. Should I go kennel or should I go laboratory? Or should I go kennel or should I go laboratory? I should go kennel, just in case we get stuck. I actually have a shovel today. I'm just gonna attribute every random item to Stalker Grunkle. Honestly, I like that lore. I'm all here for that lore. Today I learned Tiff is related to the Cookie Monster. I don't know about that, but I'm digging up turnips. God. Please don't unfollow. Please don't unsubscribe. Please still be my friend. Kennel power does unlock security doors. Yeah, exactly, which I like the sound of, so let's get the kennel. Hey Sharp, your dog's name is Harley Quinn? Oh, that's so cute. I love that. That's a cute dog name. Harley? Miss Quinn? Let's go courtyard. You're on friendship probation moving forward. Damn it. Damn it. I knew I should have kept my Cookie Monster noises to myself. Got an old shoe. But I also got money and dice. Yeah. Alright. We can dig in the corner here. More coins. Here we've got... Ooh, yes, greenhouse, because... I've got the lever again! Maybe this time we can actually make it to the antechamber? Last time was met in crushing defeat, but this time... This time might be the time. If you can find it eventually, there's a note with the dogs' names on it. Oh, really? Well, we'll be keeping an eye out for that. That is important lore information for us. But yes, you're absolutely right. I should maybe burn some of those dice because we're running dangerously low on steps. If I need to, I shouldn't conserve them. Okay. I think I go passageway here to open up options for us. You sounded like a toned down Cookie Monster, like he had just been told off for being extra. Ooh, pump room! I've wanted this for so long, although of course right now I don't really need it, but it gets us closer to that antechamber. We're making pump rooms standard because I always need the pump room. I don't want it to be common. I don't want too many pump rooms, but I need it to be more common than it is now. Pump room, yes. Finally. Now, unfortunately, you can't just use the pump room on its own. It does need power. And that's why I didn't make it too common. But at least now we've got a better shot.
I hate ads.
Hey, Sharp, thank you so much for subscribing using your Twitch Prime. I appreciate that. Thankfully, now you will get no ads. That's right, your sub gives you ad-free viewing, sub badge emotes, and my gratitude. Thank you very much for that, Sharp. Enjoy your ad-free viewing. We want to pump, but we don't want to pump every day. Yeah, basically. Pretty much. That's how I'm looking at it. All right, now, if oh, guys, look, guys, we can get into the antechamber. We can get into the antechamber, guys. We can do it. I'm so excited. We've never gotten to the antechamber. Today is the day. Press that button. I'm so excited. The basement key! I was one. Okay, so underneath the foundation, when we activated the elevator, there's a door down there that needed a specific key. We have the key! To continue up, I just spit everywhere. Oh my god, I'm so excited. To continue up, you must go down. There's something we need to put in this door. Some sort of moon sigil. There's an indentation there. Okay, I know exactly where we need to go. We need to go back to the foundation. Now, I'm running out of steps, which is not ideal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, we're gonna run out of steps before we get there. No, 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 I want to keep playing. Okay, we're gonna have to draft rooms on the way and hope they give us steps. Yeah. From Cookie Monster to ASMR, a true variety streamer. You're welcome. Sharp says I added a middle name to my dog's name so I can add the middle part when I'm mad at her. Just like a real parent. Okay, we need something to give me steps. Come on, please. Guest bedroom. Yes, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Yes! 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 Okay. And plus, I had the sleeping mask, which gives us plus 15. Okay. We can get to the foundation now. We can get to the foundation. We can get to the foundation. Oh my god, we're going to the foundation. Alright, let's go. Let's go. We're gonna ASMR this. We're gonna go ASMR all the way there. And Jesus just helped us. If you can't tell, I'm really, really, really excited right now. I am bursting at the seams. Oh my god. I'm so excited. There is no better feeling than solving these puzzles, and we have solved so many puzzles tonight, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this door. Look at this door. I'm so excited. What is this? A secret storeroom? Sketchy statues? Oh, I was gonna say, I can't move, but I can. Little thing it does not tell you, the basement door stays unlocked. Oh, that's really good to know. Thank you. That's actually very, very good to know. Okay, we've got a little bit of a warehouse puzzle here. We had to move some things. This is where Grunkle kept all his treasures, except his treasures kind of suck. Is there anything in here? Oh, that's a secret door if I've ever seen one in my life. Okay, how are we opening that? What is that? Does this door need power? It goes down below. Oh. Of course, I've said this once, I've said it a million times. Blueprints, solving secrets just leads to more secrets. Today's secret, secret door. I think there was another cart you could move back there. Let's go see. There's this one. Oh, wait, what is this? Okay, what did that do for me? Is this just like fun in warehouse simulator, or? Yeah, that's as high as it goes. Occupational health and safety's not gonna like this. Just wait till the secret tunnel. I heard it comes with a song. Okay, well there's gotta be something we're supposed to do with this. We can only move this thing back and forth. So let's just move it as far back as I can, I guess. Is this it? Literally, is that just for fun? Oh, wait! I can't jump. But this thing could create a platform for me. Can it? No, I can't move it side to side, though. My character does not know how to jump. My legs do not work. There's this one? Oh, this one. I can't use that one, though. Yeah, like, if I could slot this in here, it would be perfect. My only options are raise, lower, and push forward and back. Yeah, there is some kind of puzzle here. There's, yeah, all of these just move front and back. Oh, wait. Look at this. Oh, I think I figured it out. I think I figured it out. There's another way you can go. think... Oh, seriously? You can't... Dumbass kid. Okay, thought for sure I had figured it out. I was actually feeling very confident there. It only goes one height. You can only, like, go to max height or not. Oh, maybe it doesn't have to be raised up at all. Okay, so we need to get the other one in position. But then is this one too high? Guess we'll find out. Okay, so that's there. Oh no, okay, there we go. Yeah. And then we move this one. Put this one up all the way. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay. We got it, guys. We've got it. There better be something good over here. Imagine if we do all this for, like, a shoe or something. Some pebbles. Ooh, no, secret desk. Secret notes on secret desk. Antechamber entry controls. Okay, we kind of already knew this. No, wait, this is new. The north lever, the door, the back door, the moon door. Underground. And there's teeny tiny text. South. North. Can anyone read that? My face is approximately 1 inch from the screen. South of... I can't read that. Should have gotten the magnifying glass. Something of entrance? South of entrance? It says get a magnifying glass. Now, were they selling a magnifying glass in the commissary? They were, but I'm 1 million steps away from the commissary right now. What does that say? 100 Bells, Sandy Heights, 5 p.m. I'm just gonna take pictures of everything. Ah, I'm so mad we don't have a magnifying glass. I have, like, so many other items. Well, okay, at least we know. To open that door, you need a lever. At first, I thought you needed some kind of item, but no. There's another lever. And look, there's more little text here. Our backup lever for each antechamber door has been installed separate. Installed in separate locations for redundancy. However, we have been told that the locations of this something system will not be disclosed to the staff. Oh, there's a backup lever. There are backup levers. These are not the only levers. There's backup levers somewhere. Okay, we might have to come back with a magnifying glass. Oh, there's a button. There's a button over there that I can press. That must open the door. Okay, how are we gonna do this, though? I need that cart. I almost need someone to push me to the other side. No, I need to move the other one back. But how am I gonna get back there? I didn't expect to have, like, a platforming puzzle here tonight. Oh, I can get up here anytime now. Okay, right. So... No, but that doesn't help me, though. Because I still need that to cross. Oh, because I can go up and around the other way. Right. So I can move these two now. I don't need those anymore. Right. Can't see where I'm going. Okay, so... Oh, but that's gonna box me in. Ah. Okay. Are they too far away? We're gonna need 3 things here. You there. You there. And then this one there. Mm-hmm. Okay. Gosh, this is tricky. This is the first puzzle, like, of this sort that we've encountered in Blueprints. It's quite different from everything else we've encountered. Now, I don't like this. Move that back a little bit. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to clear that gap. Let's see. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, nice. Nice. Now, what did that do? Oh, I really would have thought it opened the secret door on the other side. But there was a secret door. Where is... Oh, the other side! The other side of the reservoir! The minecart. A lever? How? And now the minecart's in the way. Yeah, of course it is. I needed to move it from the other side. That's too easy. Okay. Here we go. What's this? Oh, the full map! The full map! Okay. Nice. I didn't need the scraps anymore. So there is a door that leads out to North Lever! To North Lever. That's how you get the lever to open the door to the 46th room. It's up past the cogs to number 9. Okay. And then we see how it all connects. Basement. So we didn't need to drain the reservoir. We just needed to go around. But I guess we still need to drain it if we want to go down the stairs to number 5, fountain entrance. Now there's... You see this? Underneath number 9, there's light text that says buried floor plan. I can't see what, if anything's written right here, though. And where that would be pointing to. Buried floor plan, it says there. Okay, oh! You found a secret floor plan! Would you like to permanently add Mechanarium to your drafting pool? Mechanarium. The Mechanarium has one door for each mechanical room in your house. Okay. So that's where we need to go. Holy shit, it looks like a super secret sci-fi tunnel. The room just looks cool. It does look cool. Yeah, we've got to move that fucking minecart, don't we? And I had it moved, obviously, on a previous run. But it does not stay moved, is what we learned today. Why you can't push it from this side? I do not know. Oh, no, you can drain this and go down there. There are stairs. Okay, so we do need to drain the reservoir. There is something down there. It does stay moved, but you moved it back. Oh. Well, fuck me. I don't think we can solve this without moving that minecart. Because I think we need to be able to get over there. Yeah, I think that's all we can do for right now. But at least now we know where the lever is. It's crazy how many steps it takes to get to the 46th room. Because, like, you need to open a door, but then you also need to come down here and open another door if you're gonna go anywhere. This is crazy. Okay. So, according to that map, though, from the basement room that we were just in, there is a way to open that secret door onto some sort of train tracks. So we just need to draft the tomb again someday, and then we can move that minecart and have more access. Because, as Mid told us earlier, apparently this door down here stays unlocked, which is extremely helpful. How do I open this door down here, though? Is it only available from the other side? I mean, we did note this thing. I don't know what it is. It goes down, though. Do you have a sledgehammer? I do, actually. But it is not giving me the option. Yeah, like, there's lots of piping. Little boxes, but nothing with an obvious button like the other one. I don't know if this is something we need to, like, pump power to. I don't see anything else in here. Just that button. Yeah, this might be something we need, like, the boiler room for. To send power down there. Damn, my mind is, like, swimming right now with how much we've unlocked tonight. I feel like the amount of mysteries we've solved tonight is, like, a new record. I don't think we've ever uncovered this much information in one go. Let's see what else we got left. Library. Let's go library. We're running out of steps, obviously. Let's see what we can get before we go. Bookshop. We never had the bookshop before. Is that gonna lock us, though? Getting the bookshop will soft lock us. What do you think, guys? I feel like it's worth it. I feel like we should go to the bookshop. We've never been there before. We're running out of steps anyway, so we're not gonna have much left. And getting new rooms is the best way to get new information. Mid says bookshop is good. Okay, so let's go bookshop. Wow, this is so cozy and cute. Okay, first of all, I kind of forgot about the frickin' chess pieces because of the 10 million things we figured out tonight, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 2 bookshop. Bishop. We haven't seen any of the other ones either. We've only seen bishop and pawn. What did I say it was? 1. Okay, what do we have here? Reddington Herald. A new clue is sold out in hours. It should come as no surprise that the latest book from local author Marion Marigold is breaking literary records and making headlines even in absentia. The release of her new book, A New Clue, comes only 14 months after the distressful report of the author's mysterious and unexplained disappearance. How the fuck did she publish a new book? Her current publisher has announced a statement debunking the conspiracy theories surrounding the book's recent announcement, stating the writing of the book was completed and well into the editing stages many months before the disappearance. In addition, the publisher has revealed that all of the proceeds from first edition sales of A New Clue will be going to Lasting Hope, a non-profit mission that aims to provide resources and intel in the investigations of missing persons. Still, the timing and conveniently mysterious title of Marigold's third book has left many cynics denouncing the book and her disappearance as a cheap publicity stunt. Detective Bon Margol, who many theorize may have been the inspiration for A New Clue, was quoted only saying that the book was unintentionally accurate. Regardless of their opinions, fans, pundits, and cynics alike were standing together elbow to elbow in bookshop queues this morning, eager to get their hands on what may very likely be the last words ever published by the missing author. I want to read that book. Okay, I need to write down Lasting Hope because it's written in all caps, so I feel like maybe that's important. Yeah, we want to read that. A book published by my mother 14 months after her disappearance titled A New Clue? Can I buy a copy here? Who works here? A New Clue. 50 gold? Oh my god, are you serious? 50 gold. Also a first edition of History of Arindia. Oh my god. Okay, there's so much good information in here. 50 gold though, that's crazy. We've only had that much money like once. Also, is this a sigil? Or is this just a decorative stained glass window? I've got my tinfoil hat on now. Anything could be a clue. Holy shit, Talara's still alive? Yeah, we're running a bit late here, but it's because I've uncovered a million mysteries. I can't end stream until we're done here this day here. Okay, well, we can buy, which, I've read one of these drafting strategies, though. Which one did we read? Volume 4 or Volume 5? I got one of them from the library. I'm trying to look back through my pictures and see which one it was that we had. Oh, I didn't take a picture of the cover. I don't know which one it was that I read in the library. Barney says he thinks it was volume 3. 4 and 5 have to be bought. Okay, thanks, Mid. That helps. I was worried that these were ones that I had already read because I knew I had checked one out in the library. But okay. If we haven't read 4 and 5, then, well, we may as well start with 4, I guess. All right. How do I read it? Wait, does buying them send them to the library? This cozy little bookstore is often tucked away in the more secluded corners of the estate, giving guests little opportunity to appreciate the curated selection of equally rare books it offers. Titles purchased in the library will be automatically added to the library's book request form, which fittingly is the only room in which this rare floor plan can be drawn. Wait, what? Oh! So the bookshop can only be drawn immediately adjacent to the library. Interesting. Yeah, it is volume 3 that you can request from the library. So unfortunately, I can't order this book now because I just bought it. But wow, that makes the bookshop very rare. You can only draft it under very specific circumstances, which makes it hard because I feel like the day I finally get 50 gold somehow, it's going to be impossible to draft this bookshop. Okay, well, at this point... No, that's not true. We could go up through the rotunda. I don't know if I have enough steps. 1, 2... Yeah, we're not gonna have enough steps. We could rotate the rotunda that way and go that way, but we will not have enough steps to do that. That's where you bring a bunch of dice to the library. Okay, I think we're going to be out of luck here, unfortunately. We can give a puppy a pat, so that's a win. But we're gonna run out of steps. Wow, that was a crazy day. I think that was like one of the craziest days we've had in Blueprints in terms of like how many things we solved. But the funny part is, as I keep saying, you solve one thing and it immediately just leads to another mystery. So in the end, I feel like we're net zero on how many things we've actually solved, but that was a lot. So we finally made it into the Antechamber, I think, which is the biggest achievement of day 23. We made it into the Antechamber. Of course, it's not that easy. As soon as we got in the Antechamber, we got the key for underneath the foundation. We found out that to open the north door of the Antechamber, which is going to lead us to room 46, our objective, we have to go downstairs. So what we need to do is we need to get an outer room. I feel like I need to write this down for next week. Next week, this is what we need to do. We need to prioritize drafting the crypt. I'm gonna make a note to myself. To Tiff. Next week, you need to prioritize drafting. It's nice writing a letter to yourself. I never get letters. Drafting the... Was it crypt or tomb? I don't think it matters what the actual name is. Prioritize drafting the tomb. Go through it. Move the minecart. Then go down the foundation elevator. Downstairs to the... What's the name of the rotating thing? I'm just going to say to the rotating thing. I'm writing this note to myself. I'm not sure why I feel it needs to be official. To the rotating thing. Hopefully can go north and use north lever. Signed. Past. Tiff. Voila, I wrote a note to myself. Okay, so that's obviously what we're going to prioritize next week. There's obviously a million other things we still need to figure out as well. We need to figure out the chess puzzle. But one thing at a time. And I think prioritizing opening the door to the 46th room should be our priority, that it's our ultimate objective. And I'm sure once we open that door, there'll probably be other doors we gotta find. But at least we figured out now how we open the north door, where we go to open that door. And I think what we need to do, I mean, who knows? Maybe moving the mine cart isn't even the final step to getting north. We might still need to drain the water. Who knows? But that's at least the next step. So honestly, we can probably just keep RNG. Like, if we wake up on day 34 and tomb isn't an option, we can probably just call it a day and move to the next door. Although I guess we can spend the time trying to solve all other mysteries too. But regardless, all of that to say is today was an extremely, extremely productive Blueprint stream. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for helping solving these mysteries. I hope you're at least living vicariously through my excitement. If you couldn't tell, I'm having the absolute freaking time of my life here solving these puzzles. This is just the rush of endorphins you get when you finally piece things together and get another clue is unrivaled. This game is fantastic and I'm having so much fun, and clearly there's still lots to go, but we're making progress, which I think is important too. The game probably wouldn't be as fun if you were hitting brick walls and sort of stagnating, but it feels like we're constantly moving forward, which is super, super exciting. So we'll call it a night there. I realize we have been going a little bit late, but we obviously couldn't stop until we had to stop. So there you have it. That's it for tonight, folks. If you enjoyed what you saw here tonight of Blueprints, we will be live again next Monday with some more. Every Monday we've been playing Blueprints now for the past 5 weeks, I believe, and clearly we've got a few more weeks ahead of us. So hopefully I will see you guys here next Monday for some more Blueprints. If not, we'll actually be live on Sunday with a super special stream. We're doing something fun this weekend. We're actually going to be streaming Mario Kart 8 on Sunday as sort of a farewell stream to Mario Kart 8. The Nintendo Switch 2 comes out next week, and with it a brand new Mario Kart game, which obviously means Mario Kart 8 is kind of going to get put to the wayside for many people. So we're going to have a community day on Sunday playing Mario Kart 8 all day long. So hopefully I'll see some of you guys here either to play along with me or, you know, just LOL when I get defeated by random children on the internet. Regardless, it'll be lots of fun. So I'll see you guys either Sunday here for Mario Kart 8 or Monday for some more Blueprints. In the meantime, if you do want to get caught up on our Blueprints playthrough so far, head on over to the YouTube channel. I do upload all of the VODs of our Twitch streams over there, and that means you can get caught up to date with what's going on in Blueprints. As well, I do exclusive Let's Play content. Right now we're doing 2 Let's Play series, one of Suikoden 2 and the other of Xenoblade Chronicles X. So lots of RPG goodness over there on the YouTube channel as well. So that is it for me, everybody. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out. I hope the rest of your week goes splendidly. That's the word of the night, splendidly. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys again really soon. Good night, guys.